Welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic race here tonight. Oh, man, we're here at Kansas with the PSCRL League. And look, we're going to have, 150 miles of just awesome racing here. First off, though, look, I got Jay in the booth. Jay, how you doing?
Oh man, we're back here with the PSCRL Truck Series League after 2 weeks ago at Daytona. It's hard to believe we were 2 weeks away from that incredible and fantastic race, thrilling finish to the end. I expect nothing less here tonight at Kansas, one of the coolest racetracks on planet Earth, and some of the best iRacers in the business here tonight. Can't wait to bring this action to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, what a fantastic finish we had at Talladega 2 weeks ago with Jonathan Gaston just coming out, capitalizing on the situation there, and just coming out victorious, holding that checker flag. We're coming now to Kansas, where there is a lot of full throttle scenarios that we'll be seeing all night long, but we're going to be turning left a little bit harder here tonight, and yeah, it's gonna be a great time. We've got a lot of the familiar faces here, and we're gonna see these guys at a different discipline. Really, we're gonna be seeing some great racing side by side. Dirty air is gonna be a huge problem that some of these drivers are gonna be experiencing tonight, and you'll actually hear that word a lot from us tonight as well. Dirty air plays a huge effect on these cars throughout the race. Tire degradation as well. It's going to be a big one. So, hey, let's just get right into it, Jay. Let's go into our track facts here. Right now, again, we're at Kansas, race 2 of 14 for Season 3 with the PSCRL guys. Where are the hills 150? Got a track length of 1.53 miles, a track temp right now of 106 degrees. This thing is on fire. Altitude of 982 feet. We got an ambient of 69 degrees, humidity 45%, partly cloudy skies, and a 5-mile-an-hour wind. Again, this is the PSCRL Truck Series Season 3. 17 to 20 degrees of progressive banking in the corners, 9 to 11 degrees of progressive banking in the tri-oval. Stage caution on lap 30. Pace car speed of 65 miles an hour, pit speed limit of 45 miles an hour, and one quick repair that these guys will get tonight. Basically, what happens is these guys are going to be able to roll out their backup car if needed. Now, with that being said, look, there is extra cash prize here tonight. We're going to pull up that graphic right now to give you guys little bits of cool little deal that the PSCRL guys are doing. They're doing a Dash for Cash deal here tonight. Kind of similar to what you see in the Xfinity Series IRL, but instead with the PSCRL guys, it's just going to be one race. $50 to the driver who has the highest finishing position. That'll go for Henry Dudley, Nathan Line, John Darnell, Landon Burbridge, and Farrell Robbins. Now, if you remember correctly, Farrell Robbins actually won the Dash for Cash at Talladega. He decided to reinvest some money to go at it once again here tonight. These drivers are going to be able to go at it once again, and try to get some cash for themselves here. So, lots of cool background going on. Truly appreciate Farrell Robbins for doing that for the league. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that is what we are witnessing tonight. But real quick, what we're going to do before we go any further, we got Josh Kreider in the chat, the league owner for the PSCRL. He's going to talk with us a little bit. Josh, you got a copy?
I got you guys. Good evening.
Hey, good evening, Josh. Josh, it seems we went a little bit... had a little bit of changes here past couple of weeks. You care to speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for shouting out the Dash for Cash, and again, thanks to Farrell Robbins for doing that. Genuinely appreciate it. We've had a few team changes. We've had a few things that we improved from Talladega going into tonight. So just be on the lookout for that. Some drivers might be in some new paint schemes and some new teams that weren't there in Talladega. That's just part of the business. We allow one driver change drop in addition per season. You'll have Carrier Motorsports out there who's now C1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know how many C's they got, but they got quite a few. So look out for those. The Rubber Duck Motorsports has picked up Matthew Wood, who may miss tonight, unfortunately. But if he's there, he'll be on Rubber Duck Motorsports. And Jordan Kreider is the head of the affiliate team with them. And his team name, since he is sponsored by, we'll call it Viagra, Pfizer, whatever you want to call it, is Keep It Up Motorsports. So we're living live and having a good time. I think that it's going to be a great race for everybody to see. On top of that, on top of the Dash for Cash, Roger Kreider has put out any driver who can win throughout the season, whoever can win the pole, win the stage, and win the race gets a $25 bonus as well. So we'll see if any of the drivers tonight can get that. And I wish you guys the best of luck and have a great night. And thank you for all the viewers for tuning in.
Absolutely. Thanks, Josh, for coming in here and explaining some of that. Even some more prizes that we were talking about on top of the Dash for Cash. Somebody who could take the pole, win the stage, win the race, get some extra cash in your pocket. That's pretty cool. Got a great group over here willing to just hand out some money. If you guys want to be a part of this league, look, we're still really early in the season. You can get yourself in here. They do one stage caution per race, and they do a playoff system as well. So pretty cool there. But lots to talk about tonight here, Jay. We've got some guys out on track right now. This is Danny White coming off of turn 2 right now in the number 79. Had a little bit of troubles there in Talladega, not really being able to showcase what that 79 is made of. But Danny White coming out here tonight to try and redeem himself here at Kansas. But let's go into some of our normal broadcasting deal we got here, Jay. Now, we only really have one race under our belt with the PSCRL guys, but who do you got for tonight? What do we need to look for? Who can overcome it? And who do you got to be a contender for tonight?
Oh man, put me on the spot here going first. I like that. What I'm expecting with this race, I like the way that we're laying out this stage caution right there early in this race, lap 30. So anybody that qualified up towards the front is going to have a good opportunity to claim those points. But that's going to open up strategy. Could we see guys maybe potentially stay out, flip the field position there right after that stage caution? Because we're going to see pit stops in that second half of the race, especially towards the end. 150 laps here. It's quite a ways, quite a distance. 100 miles around this track. I think that's going to play into the favor of a lot of different drivers. Maybe kind of see if they can keep up with the track as the race progresses. Maybe make the right pit calls. Maybe catch a caution at the right time if needed. With that first race being done, though, I'm looking at the guy who came up just short of winning that race at Talladega. I believe he's going to be really fast. He was pushing his teammate Kreider to the finish line there and end up having a little bit of netcode issues, but I believe that we are looking at Brian Underwood tonight, claiming the victory here at Kansas. I think it's his time to shine. That old 77 car is going to be running up front here later in this evening.
Great choice. Absolutely. Brian Underwood sitting here on pit road at the moment. Yeah, look, I think we're going to have just a classic Kansas race. We're going to be seeing, like what we said at the beginning of the broadcast, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of dirty air taking into effect of, some of these guys' lines. Maybe a little bit like a Homestead deal where dirty air really does play effect to these cars. So, the different lanes are going to need to be happening in order for passing to happen. I just think that no matter how we look at it, it's almost anybody's race. I think we're full throttle for a lot of these laps here, and then we start getting some of that tire degradation, and that's when you should really capitalize on where you're at on track. But with that being said, I really think that somebody that we should be looking for to be up front, somebody to be competitive, is the 72 of Jonathan Gaston. Look, how great of a start of a season would it be if Gaston can go back-to-back and really hold on to that points lead coming out of Kansas in commanding fashion. So I think that Jonathan Gaston could absolutely be one to watch here during the race, at the end of the race, and that number 72. And nonetheless, though, I truly believe we are going to have some great racing on track. And look, we've got 26 drivers already signed up for this race, ready to go. Here's one right here, Melvin Berenger in the number 19. Coming around the track right now, just getting some laps in for himself. Currently P17 on the board. Melvin trying to gain a little bit of speed there before we go into qualifying. Real quick, let's go over some comments here. We got some great people in the chat coming out tonight to watch this awesome stream. Hemigod, how you doing, buddy? Gotta be a little slick with that track temp. Absolutely, 109 degrees is on fire. These guys are gonna have to try and mitigate damage throughout the race like that. Dallas Seward in the chat with a BDN. Come on with it. Thanks, Dallas, for coming on out, being a great channel supporter. Thank you very much, sir. Sienna Taylor, big Gaston fan. Team Gaston, let's go. Gaston, absolutely. Sienna, I think you and I are on the same wavelength here. And really hoping for a good finish for Gaston tonight. Jimmy 6 times. Let's go, Kreider boys. Putting that Kreider name up on top. Yes, sir. All right, we're looking at 1 minute and 15 seconds left in practice. After practice, we are going to go straight to qualifying. These guys are going to qualify on track. We're going to be able to see the starting lineup there at the end of qualifying, and then after that, we're going to get the Grand Marshal some time, and we're going to go racing. Absolutely. Jimmy 6 time back in the chat. Let's see here. Rub It Up Motorsports and Stay Hard Motorsports. Come on. Lisa Darnell. Let's go, Team Darnell. You know what we should do? Everybody who's watching right now, tell me who you got. Who should we be watching in this race tonight? Yeah. Let's get a little bit of a commenting war going on. Who's going to win this race, chat? Darnell? Kreider boys? Gaston? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Let's keep it coming. Let's see who we're supporting here tonight. I love it. We got some Rubbered Up Motorsports. Stay Hard Motorsports. That's a great little play on words there. I like that. We'll be seeing what they do here. But we're winding down practice here, Tom. We're gonna get ready for the pole, and there's a lot to be earned here with the pole tonight. As you heard, money to be handed out to somebody that can get the trifecta tonight: pole, stage, and race victory. It
Yeah,
all starts
absolutely.
here, folks.
It's going to be great. Look, practice is over, ladies and gentlemen. We're watching Dallas Seward now going into turn 3 as he disappears. But look, qualifying is underway, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who can grab pole tonight. And let's see who rolls off first here. We got Bill Porter in the number 17. Ready to rock and roll. We've got about 6 cars on track right now, ready to take it to them. Try to get this pole.
Yeah, as we saw John Darnell actually take the pole there at Talladega. Let's see if he can go back-to-back here in pole. But first up, Bill Porter in this beautiful number 17 HendrickCars.com paint scheme. See what he does here. First on track.
Absolutely, Bill Porter. So you can see at the bottom of your screen there, Bill Porter is the first one on track. And starting his lap now, Danny White, William Connolly, Matthew Wood, all out there at the moment. There's a lot more than what everybody can see right now. But we're going to keep our eyes on the 17 as he's going to be the first one to put it in a lap. And we'll kind of bounce around a little bit, try to get some of the heavy hitters as they cross the line. Now here comes the 17 off of turn 4. This is his first timed lap. And let's see what he can do with it. Across the line he goes with a 31.60. Here's Matthew Wood coming off of turn 4, coming across the start-finish line. We got Danny White already up on the board. Connolly Gaston goes P1. Nathan Williams goes P1. Burbage tops that time.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if these guys go faster this second time around here. See if they get the heat in these tires to maybe improve their speed. But now we're on board here with the 3. This would be Jaden Porter. Am I correct on that?
Jordan Hand.
Jordan Hand. Excuse me.
Nonetheless, though, Matthew Wood does come across the start-finish line. P1 at the moment. Gaston does come across the start-finish line. Not enough. That is P6 for him at the moment. We're going to go to John Darnell. Off of turn 4 he comes. He's going to try to get a better starting position than P11 as he crosses the start-finish line. Let's see where he goes. He goes P7. It's a good lap for him. Melvin coming across the start-finish line. Let's see if he improves. He does. Goes to P11. We got Chris Stange on track right now in the number 29. He just completed his first lap. Currently P last. P20. 1.85 seconds off the pace. Let's see if he can do a little bit better here on his second lap as he's coming off of turn 4 now. Trying to use up as much track as he can. Gain a little bit of an advantage there. Coming across the start-finish line. Let's see what he does. He goes P4 with a 31.24. A great lap. Dallas Seward now coming off of turn 4. Down onto the apron he goes. Let's see what he can do. Crossing the start-finish line. He goes P8 with a 31.28.
Wow, your top 10 are all separated by just about 1/10 of a second, a little over 2/100ths of a second by Darnell and Underwood. Here comes Joshua Kreider in the 5 car, barreling it down in here into turns 1 and 2 now.
Absolutely. Look,
Turn
this
4.
is going to be his first time lap. Let's see what he can do here coming across the start-finish line. P17 with a 31.41. Now look, Jay, we know the second lap is quicker. We've seen that all this whole qualifying session with everybody, basically. Josh Kreider coming off of turn 2, trying to get as much speed as he can. Nathan Line also on track. He pulled a 32.07. We'll click to him after Josh crosses the start-finish line off of turn 4. He comes into the restart zone, and across the start-finish line, Josh Kreider goes P5 with a 31.25. Here's Nathan Line now. This is his last lap to try to get something done here. Currently P22. Let's see what he can do. A 31.43 and a P18 for Nathan Line.
Wow, this is crazy. Your top 7 are all separated by 1/10 of a second here on the board, showing how competitive this field is and how tight this competition is. Wood currently holds pole over Connolly and Carrier, who are tied at 4/100ths of a second off his pace and pole time.
That's a tight field right there, Jay. We're looking at some, Talladega, Daytona times here at Kansas, how close everybody is. Remember, though, this is a fixed setup league, so everybody's running the same setup, and it comes down entirely to the driver. Now, qualifying is over. We're going to let the Grand Marshal take over here for a second, and we'll see you guys when he's done.
I'm sorry to announce, we just announced that we have a Grand Marshal for tonight's race. I'm not Taylor Swift like everybody thought it would be here in Kansas City. My name's Lonnie Kreider. I'm your Grand Marshal for tonight's race. Wish everybody the best of luck in racing tonight. Start those engines and let's go racing, guys.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The command to start your engines is underway. And congratulations to Matthew Wood in the number 16 getting the pole tonight. Great job to him and his team. Matthew Connolly starting on the outside of him, sorry about that, in the number 25 in P2.
Starting P3, that's Dylan Carrier in the number 54 car with Chris Stange in the 29, starting P4.
Josh Kreider in the number 5 car starting P5 tonight with Jordan Kreider in the number 69 starting P6.
That's Landon Burbage in the number 2 truck starting P7 with Noah Blackwell in the 88 starting P8.
Up to P9 is Dallas Seward in the number 38, and on the outside of him, that's Brian Underwood in the P10 position in the number 77 truck.
Starting P11, that's John Darnell in the 99 truck with Bill Porter in the 17 truck, capping off your top 12 starters here tonight at Kansas.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the top 12 ready to race it out here tonight. Matthew Wood getting that great starting position. P1. Real quick, we'll go back to the chat real quick. Sienna Taylor back in the chat with a Let's Go Gaston Hemigod. I'm thinking Gaston with the back-to-back. You and I, sir. You and I and Sienna, we're all on the same wavelength here. Ready to go and get this race underway. 150 laps around here at Kansas tonight. Jay, any last thoughts before we go green?
Here we are, buckled in, ready to go here at Kansas. The lights are out on the pace truck. The best iRacers on the platform here in the PSCRL Truck Series. We are going to duke it out 150 laps. It's going to fly right on by. Strategy to be played. And I cannot wait to get this action going. Lights are out on the pace truck, Tom, and we're going to get this thing rolling.
Green flag this time by. Yes, sir, it is. Ready to go here with the PSCRL gang once again. A great finish, a great race at Talladega. Continuing that with Kansas here tonight. We're going to be watching the pace truck come off the racing surface. Matthew Wood is now in control here for the start of this race. And into the restart zone he goes. The green flag is out in the air. The 16 going side by side with the 25 right now. Although he does get a great jump going into turn 1. Connolly comes down to the bottom. The 16 still has the lead right now. Chris Stange on the outside in the 29, holding on as much as he can. The 54 of Dylan Carter now side by side with the 29, coming down the back straightaway now.
Yes, we got a little side-by-side action. Connolly looking to the inside of Wood for the lead. He's not going to be able to get to the inside as Wood goes up to the outside lane. He's trying to lead lap 1 here. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge across the line. It is going to be Wood who leads the first lap with Connolly and Carrier behind him in 2 and 3.
Here comes Chris Stange now into turn 1. He's being challenged by the 69 of the other Kreider, Jordan Kreider. He's going to try to do as much as he can, but is not going to be able to pull it off in that corner. Now coming down the back straightaway, we see the 2 car. That's Landon Burbage. He gets a little bit into the wall there. Now coming into turn 3, he's got everybody behind him, kind of stacking it up a little bit. The 88 behind him, Noah Blackwell, Dallas Seward, all up in P9, P10. That's Nathan Williams. We got a little bit of a battle here between the 77 and the 19 coming across the start-finish line and into turn 1.
Yeah, these guys are all under a blanket. Everybody trying to sort it out here after this initial start. As you got Underwood on the outside trying to find some speed and find some momentum up there. You got the 19 to the inside. He's going to try and contest this down the backstretch. A little bit of a drag race down the backstretch. Oh, his Underwood's going to cut it down to the bottom. He's got a great run. Oh, but the 19 is there. And Nathan Williams is going to put up a little bit of a block here, and that's going to keep Underwood out to dry up on the outside across the line.
Across the line they go, the 19 and 77 still side by side now, going into turn 1. Oh, we see a little bit of a battle here between Landon Burbridge and Noah Blackwell. Blackwell to the inside of the 2 car. He's going to try to make something work here, and now they're going down the back straightaway. The 2 car on the outside, he's going to get that run that he needs to try and clear the 88. Now into turn 3, the 2 car. He inches out ahead of the 88 and gets in front of him. Now remember what we talked about at the beginning of this stream. Dirty air is going to mean a lot. The 2 car trying to capitalize on giving that 88 car dirty air to keep him behind him.
Yes, everybody's now migrating to the bottom. We see a little bit of a train here as everybody's trying to get a little bit of pace and get a little bit of momentum built up here to try and challenge the guy in front of him. As now you see everybody here in the top 10 all in a line. As now we're going to see a little bit of action here. Williams has got a little bit of a run here on Seward. We're going to go back even a little further with all the action back here. As you see Connolly continue...
I'm sorry. All right, here comes Gaston now, side by side across the line with the 27 going into turn 1. The 72 trying his best to get ahead of him. We got a little bit of a 3-wide action right here with these cars in front of him. That's Brian Underwood and Bill Porter, Jason Kinney. These guys figuring it out, coming down the back straightaway now. The 3 cars side by side with the 30. Going into turn 3, these guys are still duking it out real hard back here. The 3 car, the 27, Nathan Brookover trying to capitalize on the 3 car and the 30 car battling. You can see a little side-by-side action right here. The 3 car getting a little squirrely, getting it straight before he goes into turn 1 now.
Yes, Jordan Hands working that outside line. Now he's going to go back to the bottom. You see the 27 to the outside. These guys are going to all try to sort it out here off at turn 2. Oh, we got a little contact in the back. The 38 is around. Oh, that's Nathan Line. Can he save it off the wall? He's going to not make wall contacts and get that thing whipped back around. Can he continue? Still no caution here on the racetrack, as he's doing some donuts here on the backstretch trying to get that thing going again.
What a great save by the 38 of Nathan Line, doing a great job to keep that car off the inside wall. But let's go back up to the front here right now. We still got the 25 and the 16 out front. The 16 holding strong with the lead of this race and keeping that clean air on his nose. Nobody really trying to make a move right now. Here comes Dallas Seward to the inside of the, or trying to get to the inside of the 2 car, inside of the 13. Looks like the 13 is going to be back down to P9 at the moment as he's trying to prevail on the outside.
Yeah, as it looks like the 13 of Williams was trying to peek to the outside of Seward here. He's not going to be able to make that momentum and take that run past Seward or even get side by side. As now Burbage is kind of like running that inside line. Now you see Dallas looking to the outside. Can he make it happen? Oh, nearly wall contact there by the 38. As now you see a battle here for P2. Here comes Dylan Carrier. He's going to take it to the inside of Connolly's. Connolly's looking to the outside of Wood. This is exciting coming off of turn 4 here.
The 54 trying to make something happen here. It does not happen. That's going to back him up into the 29. The 29 of Chris Stange is going to try to capitalize on that. Now coming into turn 1 on the outside of the 54, he's going to get that run down the back straightaway, and he's got the help behind him. Here comes Jordan Kreider right behind him. He's going to push him down the back straightaway as the 29 now inches out ahead of Dylan Krayer in the 54 car. The 29 does take over that position. Chris Stange to P3.
Oh, we got a car in the wall. Oh, we got a car in the wall. I'm not sure who that was. I think it was Jordan Kreider in the wall. The 69 of Kreider was in the wall. Maybe a little bit of wall contact to get the momentum back up. He's going to lose a ton of positions here. That's not what he wanted here at the beginning of this race, especially with stage points being awarded out here in about 20 laps. That's unfortunate here for Kreider. We're going to go back up to the front as we got the battle rages on with Stange. He's to the outside of Connolly now. That's for P2 down the back.
A drag race now coming into turn 3. The 29's just getting a lot of speed on the outside right now. He's got all the help behind him too. The 54's looking like he's going to want to work with him. Coming off of turn 4 now. Looks like the 29's going to do a little crossover. He's going to come to the inside. He's going to make it work. Side by side across the line. The 29 is looking to take over that P2 position. Going into turn 1 with the 54 right on his rear bumper. Helping him get past the 25.
Wow, what a move there by Stange. He's going to go up to the outside and play a little defense. Oh, it's a 25's in the wall. Oh, Burbage is going to the inside wall. Burbage is good. He saves it. Unbelievable. Crazy action here at Kansas early in this race as the battle for the lead continues to rage on. Stange is now up to P2. He's got his eyes set on the lead. That is Wood. Can he get around him? As now you see Kreider making a move to the inside of the 54 Carrier. This is great action here going into turn 1, side by side.
The 5 car looking to the inside of the 54, trying to make something happen there. He's got a little bit of help behind him with the 38 of Dallas Seward. He's going to go back to the top side though, and Kreider's going to be left out to dry on the inside. He might be able to sneak it in and dive it real deep into this next corner. We got another car in the wall. That's the 88 of Noah Blackwell. Not what he wanted. He's going to drop like a rock, going to the back now as we got this battle heating up for P3 with Dylan and William Connolly. These guys are going to battle it out now going into turn 1. We might have a battle for the lead.
Wow, it's getting racy up here at the front. His stage is to the outside here of Wood. Side by side here off of 2. And Wood's got not the preferred. Oh, Kreider's in the wall. Dallas is going to go underneath him. Big contact here. These guys are digging, trying to get to the front of the field. Stange is just a little bit ahead of Wood here on the inside line, about a nose ahead. As now Carrier, where is he going to take his run? Is he going to push the 29 to the lead?
The 29 still on the outside of the 16. The 16 trying to hold strong on the bottom side. He's got no help. The 54 is electing to go with the 29 on the outside. The 25 nowhere near where he needs to be to support the 16 if that's what he wants. But here's the lead change. The 29 of Chris Stange to the lead. And it looks like the 54, he's going to pass the 16 as well. That's 2 cars in 1 corner for the 16. Unfortunate, but he's only stuck in P3 at the moment. Chris Stange, your new leader.
Wow, as the action builds and heats up, as now it looks like Wood's trying to get back by Carrier. Carrier throws a little bit of a defensive line here across the tri-oval to defend that second place spot. As we got a little side-by-side action just a little further back, that's Josh Kreider to the inside of Dallas Seward. And here comes Brian Underwood. He's trying to mix it up with these boys. He's looking to the outside. Maybe follow the 5 car or the 38 through, whatever one prevails out of this battle, as we're still side-by-side down the back, heading into turn 3 now.
Dallas really dived it in there into turn 3, and he tried to get a little bit of ground there on the 5, but it looks like he's going to pay for it on the exit of turn 4. The 77 already all over the rear bumper of the 38, and it looks like the 5 and 38 a little bit squirrely racing side by side going into turn 1 now. Dallas Seward's going to have a little bit of momentum on his side running that outside lane, and he's got help from the 77. Coming off of turn 2 now, that 38's going to get a great run coming down the back straightaway. They're going to be able to pass the 5 car with ease. At this point, the 38 does. He's going to dive it down just a little bit deeper than he did last time by, but here comes the 77. He's on the outside. He's going to look to try and pass Dallas Seward off of turn 4.
Yeah, a little bit of a freight train around the outside. That outside line is really working at this juncture of this race, and now Seward's going to go up to the outside, kind of defend that outside line from Kreider, as now Underwood has moved up to P5. His car is really flying, as now you see Connolly in the 25 backing up to these boys just a little bit, as he gets a little squirrely off of turn 2. He's going to maybe lose a little bit of that gap here to Underwood, as Underwood's car is coming alive here at this point of the race. He is flying up here on the outside line.
Maybe a little bit of tire preservation that he has with the number 77 truck, taking that into account right now. As we said early in this stream, tire conservation is going to be what the game is tonight to try to get this truck up to the front. He might have just hit it right on the right note coming off of turn 2 now. He's going to try to overtake the 25, and it looks like he's going to do it with ease. He does. He's going to overtake the 25 of Connolly, put him up to P4, and he's on a mission now to get back to the front.
Yes, now Underwood's up to P4, and now you see everybody still jockeying for positions back here outside the top 5. You see the 19 car of Berger. He's in the mix now with Kreider, and now Dallas is in the mix here and trying to get to the rear bumper of the 25 of Connolly. Lots of action up here trying to fight for this top 5. As we know, this stage is closing down. We got 11 laps till this stage finishes.
The 38, Dallas Seward, trying to work over the 25 like what the 77 did. Unfortunately, the 25 does move up a couple lanes. It's going to trying to get him some dirty air there. Here comes the 5 car, though. The 5 car is trying to attack the 38, coming across start-finish line now. They're side-by-side going into turn 1. We're going to see a little bit of a battle here for P6 as Dallas Seward goes to the high side. Josh Kreider goes down to the bottom. Trying to make something happen there, but it looks like the 38 is going to get a little bit of a run. Oh, it looks like who's out in front? The 16 made wall contact. We're 3 wide with the 77 going into turn 3. Brian Underwood capitalizing on the 16, making wall contact, trying to shut the door. It's not going to happen. We're 3 wide off of turn 4. This is insane what we're watching right now. It's only lap 22.
Wow, 3 wide action is now Woods to the outside, Underwood in the middle, and then you got Carrier down to the bottom, as now Underwood's going to move up to P2. And now here comes Wood battling back on the outside. We're going to be side by side here. Off of turn 2, who's going to prevail? Looks like the outside line with Wood is going to prevail. Underwood back to P3. Wow, what a change of events here for the front of the field, as now Stange is getting a little bit of breathing room as he's checking. Oh, as you see, the 54th Carrier in the wall. Here comes Connolly to take the position, and then Kreider and Berger, and then now Seward and Noah Blackwell. Wow, this is some crazy racing up here at the front of the field.
What a change of events for sure. It looks like the 54 trying to put the block on the 38 going into turn 1. The 38 had to lift. You see the flames coming out the side of that truck. Now coming off of turn 2, the 54 does damage mitigate pretty well. He's only back down to P7 now. The 38 getting a pretty bad deal with this. Now, coming into turn 3, we just got this bunch of cars. Looks like we're almost 3 wide here with Dallas Seward, 88 in the 3. These guys are going to continue to race it out for what it looks like P7 at the moment, P6. And these guys just going at it at the moment.
Yeah, new contenders up here at the front of the field is now you see the 3 of Jordan Hand. Oh, Breckel gets into Berenger. He's sideways. They save it. Oh, my goodness. How did he save that race truck? As there you see Dallas go by, but now it's going to check him up. Here comes Nathan Williams. Does he have room on the outside? What a squeeze job
they're
here.
wrecking.
Contact. Blackwell's sideways. Blackwell's into the wall. Big collision. Oh, multiple cars making contact. Gaston sneaks through there. We're still green.
Wow. Oh, we got the yellow. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Holy cow.
Wow. Looks like that 88's pretty hurt on that right front right now. Yeah, he's that right front is broke on the 88. He's going to have to tow that thing back down to pit road. Let's go back and take a look at this yellow flag here. What a crazy sequence of wrecks that we had. We're going to have to rewind it back just a little bit. That was a late call on the caution. And you know what, Jay? Let's go on board with our Dega Boys cam and see what the 88 saw during this wreck here. A little bit of contact there with the 19. Berenger, what a save that we witnessed. Now remember, you're going to see the 13 come on the outside. Oh.
So unfortunate. I don't think he knew the 13 car was to his right rear, and it looks like they just both came together there. Little tight situation down the backstretch.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
unfortunate for both those drivers.
All right, we'll go back live here. We should have some cars coming down pit road. It does. Dallas Seward, the first car down pit road in number 38. John Darnell and the number 99, he's coming down pit road. Nathan Williams, we just saw him on screen as well. Coming down pit road, got the 30 car, the 62, missing his pit box by a lot there. He's going to have to back it up to get that car back to his pit box. Dallas Seward obviously going to be one of the first to come off of pit road here. Nathan Williams coming out as well. John Darnell taking some tires and fuel. Coming off of pit road, Jason Kinney still on pit road at the moment. Matthew Wood, though, leading this race. We missed that.
Yeah, we missed a lot right there with all the action we had back in the pack on the outside the top 10 and towards the top 10. Crazy sequence of events. I mean, unbelievable saves, not crashes, and then one crash at the end there. But these guys up here at the front of the field taking advantage of the stage points that are going to be awarded here at the lap 30 conclusion to stage 1. So this is a good call for these guys, racing for these season-long points. A couple of those other guys, though, making pit stops, being able to flip the strategy on them. I said that at the top of the show. With that stage break early in this race, it could really change the strategy going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, with this race being 150 laps, you could really set yourself up now for some different strategies for tires and fuel. And it looks like some of the first takers, obviously, John Darnell, Nathan Williams, Jason Kinney, Dallas Seward, those guys are electing to pit a little bit earlier than everybody else to get some fresh tires. Now, look, we're lining up. We're going to go green this time by. The lights are out on the pace truck. And we're going to try to get a couple of laps in before the stage caution.
Yeah, the action has been absolutely insane. Fantastic racing, great moves and battles for the lead and battles throughout the top 10. And we're going to get a little short shootout to the end of this stage. Let's see who can get her done.
Absolutely. Matthew Wood leading the field once again on this restart. Chris Stange on the outside. Brian Underwood sitting P3 at the moment. We got William Connolly starting P4. Josh Kreider, that rounds out your top 5 at the moment. You can see the 16 now getting control of this restart now into the restart zone, and the green flag is out in the air. Lots of spinning tires in the back, but the 16 gets it right. He gets a huge jump on the field. The 16, we're going to see what he does now going into turn 1. Looks like he's going to take it all the way to the bottom, try to arc that in as best as he can. The 29 and the 77 battling out for P2, and it looks like the 29 might get a little bit of a run coming down the back straightaway. He does, and the 77 is going to pull in right to his rear bumper. But here comes the 29 into turn 3.
Yeah, as you see the 29 exchange, he's going to take it to the inside. Underwood has been using that outside line. Can he get a run here off of turn 4? We're going to get to lap 29, completing lap 28, as now Underwood to the outside of Stain. Stain is going to grab a little bit of grass there through the tri-oval, but that's going to open the door for Underwood on the outside. We're going to go side by side here into turn 1. Can Stain hang it on the inside and be able to maintain P2 as Underwood's going to try and get a great run here off of turn 2?
Where comes Underwood to the inside of the 29? He's going to try to make something work here. Going into turn 3, he's going to dive it in real deep. Try to clear the 29, maybe do a little bit of a slide job. He makes it happen. Off of turn 4, the 77 overtakes the 29. Coming across the start-finish line, the 77 in control of P2.
This is the final lap of the stage right here, so the stage points are going to be awarded. They're battling for every position they can get here through 1 and 2. Underwood to the bottom, Stain to the outside. Can he hang on to it? It's near wall contact by the 29 truck. That was tight, as he's going to take it to the bottom down the backstretch. Kreider's looking for a place to go. Underwood to the outside, side by side here through turns 3 and 4. Who's going to prevail off of turn 4? It looks like it might be the 29. It's going to be a little bit of a drag race to the line. It looks like Wood's going to win the first stage, and it looks like Underwood is going to continue on here in P2.
Wow, what a great run by Underwood to put that 77 up into P2. A lot of battling there with himself and the 29, but Matthew Wood coming out on top with that stage win. Let's go ahead and let's bring down Matthew Wood and congratulate him on his stage win. Matthew Wood, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
What a great race there to finish out the stage. Coming out in P1, getting all those points. What does that mean to you? The points are so early in the season, but every point matters.
I mean, it means a lot. I've been all over the place this week, and I literally got home right as the driver meeting ended, and I have never touched this track. So to get that stage
Holy
win is
cow.
pretty important. Yeah, literally, I just got home, and I've never raced this track. I did 1 lap of practice, and I watched a video on how to run qualifying. That's it. But I think I saved my tires up there. I was doing pretty good. It felt comfortable. It's definitely really tight. The track's a little bit slick. It's going to be going in between lines, so hopefully we can get the team up here and get some good communication going.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm not going to take away from your pit stop cycles here, let you focus in a little bit, but thanks for coming down to the booth. Congratulations on your stage win, and we hope to see you at the end here.
Oh, you will see me in the booth, hopefully.
All right. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, that was Matthew Wood, stage winner. Just bought the track, 1 lap of practice. Wow.
Yeah, and to note, he won the pole, won stage 1.
Yeah.
If he wins the race, he gets the pool of cash they have available for getting the triple tonight. So keep your eyes on that mighty fast 16 truck as the field is coming down pit lane for our first pit stop of the race. We'll see this race off pit road and who wins it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a lot. Remember we talked about dirty air, and you could really see how much that meant at the end of this 30-lap stint here. Dirty air meant a lot. Here comes the 16 now. The 29 jumps the 77. That was a great pit stop by the 29 right there. Chris Stange doing a great job in the pit box. Him and his crew doing a great job to get ahead of the 77. Josh Kreider now coming out. P6. William Connolly, P7. Dylan Carrier, P8. Melvin Berenger, P9. Jonathan Gaston up into the top 10. I see you guys in the comments. Sienna, Hemigod, Gaston is coming back to the top 10. He's going to definitely be a player here at the end. Nathan Williams, though, and Dallas Seward did not pit. But remember, they did pit at the last caution. So, yes, they got a little bit of older tires. We're going to see how much that means. And this is some great data to get for the end of the race.
Well, to note, I was going to mention that, Tom. These two guys are going to inherit the lead here. It looked like those guys didn't make up much ground there during that little shootout to the end of the stage. Maybe they were saving a little tires, anticipating this option to not pit here at the end of the stage and inherit this lead. So we'll see, like you said, how much tire degradation means and how much they saved on that little shootout as they now inherit the lead. And now we're going to put Wood back in traffic. We've seen him drive through a little bit of traffic as he lost the lead there and was able to recover, see what he can do. And that mighty fast 77 has been using that outside line effectively, and now he's got grasp of this lead. Can he take advantage?
Yeah. Look, we saw some really good speed out of this 77 truck towards the later end of this run, or last run. Maybe not a lot of speed towards the beginning, or maybe it was just some circumstances that put that 77 back. But nonetheless, Brian Underwood definitely has a piece tonight to go and take that trophy and steal it from the 16. Right now, all eyes are on the 16. He's got that pull. He's got that stage win. If he wins the race, he gets the money and the award. That would be a phenomenal way to at the start of this season to really just get some confidence for you to go ahead and use that throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, what a feat this has been so far for him tonight. Just bought the track today. Hasn't even touched it in this truck. He goes out and puts it on the pole. Wins the first stage, and he had to earn that stage win back after falling back to P3 there on that run. Fought hard to get back to the front of the field, wins the stage, and now it looks like the lights are out on the pace truck. The field is coming here off of turn 2. We're doubled up, ready for
the green flag. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been on the tips of your feet already, my goodness, it can only get better from here on out. I'm going to take this opportunity to remind the viewers at this point, go ahead and refill your snacks. Get another beer or a water if you're under 21. We'll keep it right here. But get ready, strap in. We're about to go green flag racing once again with the PSCRL guys. And it's going to be even better than the first 30 laps. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got 115 laps to go towards the checkered flag. Here comes Nathan Williams to the restart zone, and the green flag is out in the air. The 13 gets a phenomenal jump over the 38. The 16 already up to P2. He's putting the pedal to the metal. Now going to turn 1, the 77 looking like he's going to pass the 38. The 38 is slacking a little bit right now, but here comes Matthew Wood. He's already all over the rear bumper of the 13. He's going to try to make something happen. Coming down the back straightaway now. He's going to come to the inside. No, he is not. He thinks better of it. He's going to wait another lap if he can. Now coming off of turn 4. Here comes Matthew Wood to try and challenge for the lead.
Oh, look at the tight contact there. Nearly. Connolly was trying to get to the inside of Kreider, but the 19 was there. He had nowhere to go. As now we've got a battle for the lead. It's on. Here comes Wood. Here comes Underwood. We're 3 wide through 1 and 2. This is unbelievable. Wood to the inside. Underwood to the outside. Oh, Underwood's going to get a great run. He goes to the inside. Contact with the 13. Wood is around. He's aimed for the inside wall, and contact is made.
Unbelievable. Still green flag is out in the air. We got a... Oh, what happened to the 77? The 77 is all the way back here now. That contact must have done a lot to him. Not what the 77 wanted. Going back to the front now, it's the 19 and the 5 battling it out for P2. Now coming through turns 1 and 2. The 5 car might get a little bit of a run here coming off. Or coming down the back straightaway, the 5 car might be looking to the inside as they both start catching up to the 16 car now. The 5 car going high, the 19 going low right behind the 16's rear bumper, and coming off of turn 4, the 5 car increases that gap between himself and the 19. Coming across start-finish line, that's Matthew Wood, still leading this race.
That 19 truck has put himself on center stage. He's kind of came out of nowhere, arriving in style. Here he is on the charge, and the attack on the 16 of Wood, who has controlled this first part of the race. As now Behringer is going to try and maybe make a move here. He's going to go to the outside. Wood's going to go to the inside. They're going to have a little bit of action here for the lead of this race. As the 19 car is going to get a great run here off of turn 4. We're going to go side by side this time across the line. Who's going to prevail into turn 1? Still side by side as we cross the line, headed for turn 1.
16 still led that lap, but going into turn 1 now, the 19 is challenging. He's overtaken the 19. The 16 looks like he was just using his brakes right there. Melvin Behringer now out front controlling this race, and now he's coming under attack by Josh Kreider. That's Matthew Wood. He's back to P3 at the moment. Now he's got a whole stack of cars behind him. He's got to go on the defense. The 5 car pulls up in front of the 16. Not what he wanted. He's got that fast car. He's got to try to make something happen. Coming across the start-finish line, he's P3 and into turn 1 now.
We're going to go 3 wide. Here comes Carrier to the middle lane. Connolly to the bottom. Wood to the outside. This is going to be tight here
Caution!
on turn 2. We got a caution. Unbelievable. Unbelievable racing.
Farrell Robbins, backwards on track right now. That's one of your Dash for Cash drivers. Big contact on that number 4 Ford.
Yeah, that's some significant damage. You see the smoke out the back, maybe a little bit of engine damage as well. So unfortunate, but we do have that backup truck sitting there with that fast repair, so let's see if he's able to take it here and get back in contention in this race. So unfortunate. We'll have to go back and take a look.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go back to this yellow flag, Jay, and see what happened to Farrell Robbins. We're actually going to rewind it here a little bit because that's what I assumed. That looked really weird, him being on the apron in a turn 1 at full speed. Let's see what happened. Oh, the 62 grabbed a lot of wall right there, pushed the 4 underneath, grabs the 38, the 62, the 4, the 27. All these guys wrapped up in it. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's one of those racing things when you get a little sideways and you try to save it, but there's just not enough room on the track. A lot of cars in that vicinity, and unfortunate gets turned into the wall. But we see some pit stops here. We see Stange. He's changing up the strategy. You see the 38 car, or 38 truck of Seawart behind him as well coming down pit lane. So we got some takers changing up the strategy. We got the 69 of Jordan Kreider and the 77 of Underwood. He was up front, had a little bit of issues there with Nathan Williams in the 13, fell back to the field, changing up the strategy.
Absolutely. Look, we only have a couple of guys, a couple laps down here right now. Noah Blackwell is 1 lap down. Currently, the only car a lap down, it seems like. Farrell Robbins is about to go a lap down. Got a lot of damage to that truck, just trying to get it back to pit road to roll out, his backup car. But right now, let's go back up to the front as some of these guys are now leaving pit road. Jordan Kreider, Chris Stange, Dallas Seawart doing a great job on pit road there. Brian Underwood also coming out P17 at the moment. But right now, it's the 19 truck of Melvin Berenger leading this field.
Yeah, really put himself on the map here in this race as he kind of was running, P5, P6 before that last restart and navigated his way through a little bit of that action that was happening, got to the lead, and really used that outside line to his advantage, and now he is the leader of this race on this restart. You also have Josh Kreider up there in P2, Woods back to P3, Connolly and Carrier making their way up to the front of the field, and then there it is, Gaston up here in P6.
Real quick, let's bring down Farrell Robbins here and get his take on what happened. Farrell Robbins, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Farrell, look, we saw you got caught up in a little bit of action on track there. What happened there?
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what number of truck. I thought he came down, and I went down into the infield, and I came back up and hit the wall.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a little bit of issues there with the 62 caused a little bit of contact between you and him, and well, really, the rest is history now, isn't it?
Well, you know what? I'm going to take my time. Maybe I'll get lucky like I did a couple weeks ago.
Absolutely.
Just kind of fill the field out.
Absolutely. Now, look, you got your backup car out. You got no more backup cars to roll out. What is your strategy for the rest of this race?
Well, I don't know. You know what? I'm not good here. I'm just going to take my time, slow it down a little bit, see what happens.
All right. Well, good luck, Farrell. Hopefully you don't have any more bad luck like that. And we see you at the end of this race here.
Hey, hope so, guys. Take care.
All right. Thanks, Farrell. That's the Ford car there. Just trying to take it easy now, which is that's a very valid strategy.
Yeah, he's got such an optimistic personality. We talked to him a little bit there at the Talladega race a couple weeks ago mid-race, and he's always just got some good positive attitude. He's like, I'm going to just take it easy here, see what happens, and find myself up to the front of this field at the end of the race. So we'll be watching that mighty quick Ford truck, Farrell Robbins behind the wheel. But I believe the lights are out on the pace truck here, Tom.
You know what
that
that
means?
Yeah, come on! That's green flag, baby! Look, we're going to be seeing the 19 truck leading this field to green. He's electing to take the outside lane this time. So on the inside, we're going to have Josh Kreider. We're going to have Matthew Wood, Dylan Carrier. On the outside, we're going to have Melvin Berenger, William Connolly, and the one and only Jonathan Gaston trying to make it back-to-back with the number 72 truck. But the pace truck is now off the racing surface. The 19 in control of the field. We're going into the restart zone now, and the green flag is out in the air. The 19 getting a great jump over the 5 truck of Kreider. 19 getting a way out front now with the 5 car going on the defensive, but behind him the 25. 25 trying to make something happen here, but the 16 is there on the underside of the 5 car coming off of turn 2 now. Looks like the 16, he's going to get it done. He's going to clear the 5. The 5 got a little loose there. Now going into turn 3, we might be seeing the battle for the lead heat up.
Yeah, as the 16 of Wood, he's trying to make another charge back to the front of the field. Is now Berenger going to play a little defensive here off of turn 4. Wood's going to take a peek to the inside. He's not going to be able to make it happen. He's going to use that draft, follow him across the tri-oval. Where does he send it here into turn 1? He's looking to the inside. He's going to maybe go follow in the tire tracks of that 19. As you see Kreider the outside, Connolly's looking to the inside. Action up here in the top 3 is now you see Carrier to the outside of Connolly. A little bit of a drag race here down the back here at Kansas.
Connolly not looking at what he wants. The 54 on the outside, getting that run that is normally happening on the outside. The 25 might be stuck on the bottom. That's not particularly what he wants. The 19 is now backing off to the 16. The 16 trying to catch back up as the 5 car coming under attack by the 54. A little bit of contact there by the 54 and 25. Those guys straighten it out through 1 and 2. Now the 25 to the inside of the 54 coming down the back straightaway now. Getting really close there. 25 gets squirrely, but we are now single file.
Yeah, as we've got it worked out here, single file up in the top 5, but you see 3 different lines being taken. You see Kreider to the outside, Carrier to the middle, Connolly to the bottom. Wood is kind of backing up to these boys. Maybe had a bad entry there into turn 3 and a bad run off of turn 4, but now here comes Carrier to the inside of Josh Kreider. We're going to go side by side here into turn 1. Carrier's going to drive it into the bottom, into turns 1. He's going to dig as deep as he can, try to make this pass here off of turn 2. Still side by side off of turn 2. This action is tight up here at the front of the field.
The 16 looking like he's going to have a run on the 19. Going into turn 3 now. Here comes the 54. We're 3 wide for the lead. Insane. The 19 holding on to the lead coming off of turn 4 at the moment. But the 54 coming with an amazing run through 3 and 4 to try to get it done. Still side by side with P2. Matthew Wood having to go on the defensive now as he can't go on the attack. As he's got to hold on to that P2 with the 19 right in front of him. Off of turn 2 now. The run is going to happen with the outside lane. And the 54 might be hung out to dry a little bit, and he is. The 16 clears the 54, and going into turn 3 now. The battle for P2 still heating up.
Yeah, as you see the 19 of Berenger ripping the lip up there on the outside, making that car real wide and fast. As now you see the 54 of Carrier down to the bottom. He's side by side here for the lead going into turn 1. He's going to drive up maybe a lane off the bottom and try to carry that run into the corner. He's going to send it in side by side. And the 19 of Berenger is going to get a great run here off of turn 2. Maybe. It looks like Carrier's going to edge him out coming off of turn 2. And now it's going to be a drag race down into turn 3. Berenger on the outside. Carrier's going to drive it in deep here into turn 3.
Side by side still for the lead. The 19 on the outside, the 54 on the inside. The 54 almost clears the 19. Coming down through the tri-oval, the 54 does lead that lap. Dylan Carrier, now the leader of this race. He's going to send it deep into turn 1, and he might be able to clear the 19. Right now, he is cleared. Off of turn 2, the 54 is going to come up in front of the 19, and the new leader of the race holds strong. And P1, that's Dylan Carrier, as Berenger comes back for another fight.
Yeah, as he takes it back to the bottom, a little crossover move down the backstretch down into turn 3. Now Berenger's going to take his turn at the bottom. He's going to try and find the speed that Carrier did to get around him. And it's going to continue side by side here as now you see Wood trying to take advantage of this, maybe close this gap, as now Berenger's still on the inside. Carrier's going to move down a lane off the top, and now he's going to be able to clear him here off of turn 2. But don't look too far. Jordan Hand's now in the mix. Oh, his Kreider gets sideways there off of turn 2. Lots of action action back here as everybody's coming back to the leader.
The 72 making a little bit of outside wall contact. That's not what he wanted there. That thing's going to be like a parachute until he gets it fixed. But up front here, Jordan Hand making some moves at the moment. He's up to P4. He's trying to get up to the lead. Matthew Wood now in front of him. He's going to have to try and get around the 16 as he continues his quest to the front. But the 3 car on rails at the moment, as well as the 54. The 54 out front once again. We got a battle for back here. Landon Burbridge, Danny White and Bill Porter going at it here. This is for P10, a top 10 position. These guys side by side off of turn 4.
There's battles all over Kansas Speedway as now you see the 17 of Porter to the inside of Danny White. This is for P10. Porter has it at the moment. He's going to stay to
the wrecking!
Contact! The 17's around! Porter's around! Announcers, jinx! Caution here on lap 55.
Just barely any contact there. That might have made a little bit of iRacing netcode. That was just unnecessary on iRacing side, I feel like. Let's go back and look at the replay between the 79 and the 17 and see what happened between these two guys. Let's try to get a good aerial view of what happened. Let me slow it down just a little bit. Yeah, that's some of that iRacing netcode right there. That is just so unfortunate for both of these cars. Nobody's fault. That's just one of those things that iRacing has a netcode. And 17 and the 79 just getting the worst of it for sure.
Yeah, the fortunate part for these drivers, they haven't been involved in any accidents. They still got that backup truck sitting there in the pit lane. Get one of those pulled out and ready to go here for the end of the race. They're going to lose their track position. That's unfortunate. They're going to be able to have another chance to get back to the front of this field.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and bring down the 17, Bill Porter. Let's find him here in the chat real quick. Hey, Bill, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha. How you doing, guys?
Hey, well, I would say how are you, but I can pretty much assume on how you're feeling right now, yeah?
Yeah, thought I was clear, wasn't clear. It happens.
Well, it looked like a lot of netcode happened there as well. We saw a big gap between you and the 79, and unfortunately, with that netcode, just still kind of, got your right rear there, unfortunately. But really, how bad is the damage on the 17?
Not too bad. I think we'll be just fine. We have a long ways to go.
Absolutely. Obviously not pulling out your backup truck right now, so a sign that you could still beat this thing up and roll out your backup car if needed.
Yeah, that's the plan, man. Keep going forward, and we got a long ways to go.
Absolutely. Does this change any strategy that you have now moving forward, knowing that you're going to be in the back with a little bit of damage? Could this possibly turn into a quick repair for yourself?
I don't think so, not at this point, but we'll see once we get going green here.
All right. Well, sorry about your luck, but we hope the best for your Bill, and we really hope that we see you at the end of the race here.
Thanks, guys.
All right, that was Bill Porter in the 17. Now lining all the way back up in P19. He's going to have a hard-fought battle for the rest of the race now, unless he gets that quick repair. A good amount of damage there, but maybe something that he can mitigate on track.
Yeah, for sure. Something that you can overcome. He wasn't too concerned about the damage, so that is a good sign. We'll see now that he's going to be back in a little bit of traffic, see if he can make his way back up towards the front. But to note, Brian Underwood, that's 77, back up into the top 10. We saw him pit not too long ago and go all the way to the back of this field. He's driven all the way back up to a P10 position. Now that he's closer to the front of this field, see if he can mix it up with these boys for the lead.
Absolutely. Right now, though, Dylan Carrier out front leading this field. He will control the restart. Melvin Berenger up into P2. Matthew Wood not being able to do a lot, sitting there in P3 at the moment. Kind of surprising. noting the speed that he had at the beginning of this race. But here's the big talker right here, right? Jordan Hand, plus 15. This is the start of this race, starting P19 tonight, but he's already up here in the top 5, making moves. It's incredible.
Yeah, real methodical race he's ran. Didn't see a whole lot of him there at the beginning of the race and then towards the end of the stage. And now that we're getting closer to the end of this race, we've about ready to get to that halfway point. Here he is, lurking here in the top 5, looking to get to the front of this field.
Absolutely. Definitely a truck to look for here. The number 3 car, Jordan Hand, doing just a fantastic job to get that car back up front. Dylan Carrier, though, choosing the outside lane. Now, look, this has been a reoccurrence that we've seen with a couple drivers. Maybe that outside lane really is breaking in.
Yeah, precisely. This is going to be a very interesting restart. We'll see if that outside line prevails. We know Carrier was liking that bottom. We know that the 19 was liking the outside. Now they're going to be lined up inside, outside, opposite of each other. But now the lights are out on the pace vehicle. We're going to turns 3 and 4 now. And we're going to go green flag racing here.
Green flag racing, ladies and gentlemen. Once again here with the PSCRL Truck Series. I hope you got a refill on your snacks, your beer, your water, milk, sparkling cider, whatever it may be. The 19 car coming into the restart zone. Excuse me, the 54. He's on a restart, and he is getting a pretty decent jump over the 19. The 19 still holding strong on the inside. Going into turn 1 now. The 16 all over the rear bumper of the 19. The 3 car trying to support the 54 on the outside. You can see it's shaping up to be a good one off of turn 2. The 19 clears the 54. He's going to try to stay to the bottom side, though, with all that help from the 16. Going into turn 3 now. The 19 is in the lead.
What a great restart there by the 19 on the inside. Behringer really taking control of this race, but now we got a battle for P2. Wood on the inside, Carrier on the outside. And now you got Hand in the 3 truck. He's looking to find a way through. He's might push the 54 truck here into turn 1 and use that outside line, as now Behringer is going to have some competition up here on the outside with Dylan Carrier. He's going to drag race him off of turn 2 and down the back.
Side by side for the lead now. That's a 54 and the 19. The 54 gaining a little bit of an advantage now going into turn 3. We're still side by side for the lead. The 54, though, he's got a lot of speed out on the outside and a lot of help. The 19, though, he is relenting the lead back to the 54. Carrier going to lead this time by this lap. Your new leader of the race as the battle for second heats up between Jordan Hand and Melvin Behringer.
Yes, Jordan Hand is going to drive it in extremely deep here into 1 and 2. He's going to get tied off the corner. Oh, it's now the 19 of Behringer's on the wall. We got bumper covers flying. That might be off the 3 truck of Hand. We'll have to look and see as he goes by us here. It is not. That is some significant damage to somebody here. Maybe Behringer, as they're going to continue here off of turn 4, as that's going to give Carrier a little bit of gap here in the lead, as now Hand is in P2, Behringer on the inside, and now you see Wood looking to the outside of Behringer. He's trying to get back into a P3 position.
A crazy sequence of events that just happened there. The second, third, and fourth hitting the wall coming off of turn 2. 1 lap ago. These guys still duking it out. It doesn't matter the damage. These guys are still fast, still going for it, and these guys are battling like never before for a second place slot. The 16 on the outside of the 3 coming off of 4. The 16 is going to grab that run that you get on the outside lane. He's looking like he's got a little bit of an edge over the 3 going into turn 1. Now he does. The 16 sticking to the high side. The 3 going down to the bottom. The 19 and the 25 following him as well. Looks like the 16 is going to grab that run on the outside like they normally do. Coming down the back straightaway now. The 16 is up into P2 and the 3 is catching heat from the 19.
Wow, Behringer and Connolly nearly make contact there entering that turn, as it looks like Behringer is going to continue on the inside line. He's going to lose a little bit of momentum here off of turn 4. That's going to allow Kreider in the 5 to get to the outside of Connolly. Heading for turn 1. Now Behringer is going to go to the outside. Leave the bottom open here for Connolly. He's looking to the inside. He wants to get up to P4. We're side by side for P4. Kreider's looking to the outside. Do we go 3 wide here over turn 2? Oh, that was tight for Kreider. Nearly makes wall contact, but we got a new leader. Wood has gotten past Carrier. Carrier with all the action there for P4.
Wow, what a great pass for the lead. Matthew Wood now taking control of this race. Remember, 1 lap of practice for this guy, puts it on pole, wins the stage. He's chasing the win now for that extra cash in his pocket. He's already got a 4/10 of a lead over second place, and he's only increasing that. What a great run by him so far as the battle for third continues to heat up. That's Jordan Hand and Melvin Berenger coming off of turn 2. We're still side by side coming down the back straightaway.
Yes, Berenger's really been using that inside line, and now Kreider, he was trying to find a way to go to the middle of these two drivers. Is now Hand is to the outside. Kreider might be able to push him here off of turn 4. Oh, he's going to look to the inside. Oh, he's going to send it from top shelf to almost looking to the bottom shelf here on Berenger. He's going to go back to the outside. Berenger still side by side with Hand. Hand's going to use that outside momentum and try to get back ahead of the 19 for P3, but Berenger's still using that inside right around the apron.
Wow, what a great run so far by these guys. The 5 car, we're going on board with him. We're going to see what he does now going into turn 3. He's going to hold up behind the 3. He's going to take the outside lane. He's going to try to rip the top to grab that momentum off of turn 4 as he gets back to the rear bumper of the 3. He's going to take it to the outside. The 3 car coming under attack by Josh Kreider. It might not be enough at the moment. No, it's not. Going into turn 1, we're side by side. The 15 or the 5 and the 19 going at it once again between these two guys off of turn 2. Now the 5 car does finally get ahead of the 19, and he's able to get that push to the 3 going into turn 3.
Oh, there's a little bit of checkup there going into turn 3. Berenger's going to go back to the bottom, try and use that little bit of checkup there on the outside to his advantage. He's going to be side by side with Kreider. Oh, that got tied off at turn 4. Kreider and Hand nearly make wall contact, but that's going to allow these guys to get right to their rear bumper. The battle is on here for a P3 position. We got 7 guys under a blanket here. Oh, as Berenger gets tied, Connolly has to lift off the gas. Here comes Underwood. Here comes Line. This is incredible racing here down the back.
Berenger holding on to it just barely as the guys behind him are side by side for their racing. The 5 car still heating it up with the 3 car for P3 as Carrier now back 1.5 seconds from the leader. Insane what we are seeing out of Wood right now, and just crazy how fast that car is at the moment. Jordan Hand, Josh Kreider now on the outside. The battle for here. P5 though, this is insane. 3 wide off of turn 2. These guys are bumper to tail. No matter what, these guys are just all over the place going into turn 3.
Yeah, as now Berenger's kind of backing up through the field now. Connolly's going to try and get to the inside of him for P5. And Nathan Lyon, he's in the mix. Here comes Underwood. Can he get to the outside of Lyon? Oh, it's so tight. Nearly makes contact. But we're looking at 3 wide. No, Underwood thinks better of it. He's going to give that position to Lyon in the 38. As now Danny White to the inside. Berenger's backing up 3 wide action here off of turn 2. Unbelievable racing here at Kansas.
Coming back to the back straightaway here. The 79 got put in a really bad position. Holding strong though, keeping that thing straight. Going into turn 3 now, the 38 is just making moves left and right. The 79 getting cut off once again by the 19. Off at turn 4, the 38 trying to make everything happen as he can. Coming down the front straightaway, the 5 and the 3 still battling it out. That's Josh Kreider, Jordan Hand. Going into turn 1 now, these guys are still just going at it left and right. 5 car trying to get past the 3, can't get it done at the moment. Now coming down the back straightaway, we're almost single file with all of these guys.
Yeah, as now you see everybody's kind of spreading out a little bit as the momentum has been built, but now everybody's closing in here on the 3 of Hand. Here comes Nathan Lyon. This guy has came out of nowhere up to a P5 position. He's looking to challenge Kreider for P4. This battle is just absolutely intense and insane up here at the front of the field as your race leader Wood is checking out on these boys. Up 3 seconds nearly on this field as the battle for P4 continues on. Lyon v. Kreider here for P4.
Those guys continue to square it up. Now coming to the back here, that's Brian Underwood finding himself all the way back up to P7. Doing a great job with that 77 truck to make himself relevant at the end of the... Oh, we got a pit! That's Josh Kreider coming down pit road. Oh, he locks it up.
Maybe losing a little bit of time, decides to shortcut the field here before the halfway point. See what this strategy plays out for him as he was fading a little bit there on that run as he was getting pressured by Lyon and Connolly.
Yeah. Oh, just this is actually a really great call. If he's losing time already, might as well come down to pit and try to undercut all these guys. Here comes the 3-car, Jordan Hand, Matthew Wood, the race leader. He's coming down pit road. The 54, the 25, everybody's now pitting.
Yeah, we got a mass exodus to pit lane. Here comes your race leader. He's going to try and match what Kreider did and prevent that undercut. Here comes Carrier, but that's going to inherit the lead to Nathan Lyon and Brian Underwood up to P2. Lucas up into P3, White P4. When do these guys make their pit stops? Do we see it here as we're going into turn 3 now?
These guys, they know the time is coming. Brian Underwood, though, electing to take the high side through that corner and not going to pit this time by. There's not a lot of everybody else is just staying out on track at the moment. Landon Burbridge now coming down pit road in the number 2 truck. Still up front, though, Nathan Lyon holding strong. Brian Underwood, Bryant Lucas, Danny White. We got a little bit of a battle here between Danny White and the 18 truck. Unfortunately, the 18 truck, Henry Dudley, is 2 laps down, so he is just trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way at the moment. Possibly already made a pit stop and just trying to get 1 lap back for himself to be only 1 lap down. And, wow, you almost saw a big contact there.
Wow, that was an absolute crazy moment. They both did not make contact, but now here comes the 18 of Dudley getting to the inside of the 6, trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way, probably on some fresh tires, but the battle for the lead is on. Off of turn 2, Underwood to the inside of line, side by side down the backstretch. Underwood wants to get the lead here. We know we pitted off sequence with the leader, so maybe can stretch this out on field a little further. But now here he is to the inside of Nathan Lyon, trying to get the lead here. As you see the 18 of Dudley on fresher tires trying to get back on the lead lap the old-fashioned way.
The 18 might cause a little bit of a ruckus here. Oh, we got a little bit of contact between the leaders. The 77 and 38 still going at it. The 18 trying to find his way around. We might see a 3-wide situation off of turn 2. The 18 looking like he's going to do it. He's to the inside. That's a lap car taking it 3-wide with the leaders going into turn 3. No, he thinks better of it. Backs out before everybody else gets to the corner. That was probably a smart move there by the 18 as the 77 inches out ahead of the 38 coming across the start-finish line now.
Now we're going to go 3 wide. 18 thinks better of it. He doesn't take the opportunity, but Underwood just makes an incredible move, trying to set himself up at turn 1. He's going to take the lead from Nathan Lyon. Nathan Lyon's going to try and follow him on the outside as the 18 should be able to get by both these guys on the inside, but that outside line has been so strong, especially when that 77 truck is using it. He is on rails when he gets to the top of this racetrack, and now he's in the lead, and now he's controlling this race here on lap 79.
Here comes the 18 now, again trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way, trying to get around the 77. A little bit of pressure by the 38 now, coming across the start-finish line and into turn 1. The 18 is on the bottom, the 77 on the outside. The 38 getting a little bit of dirty air by that lap car. Lap car, as the 18 now clears himself from the leaders off of turn 2. He's going to be able to get 1 lap back now and be in position for a lucky dog to try to get himself back out up front. Right now, though, let's take a quick look at where Matthew Wood is at as we pull up the track map. As you can see on the top right, Matthew Wood is P16 at the moment, and you can see where he is on track. Let's go ahead and look right behind the leader. Look at that. Nathan Lyon came down pit road. Nathan Lyon now coming into his pit box, and the 30 car also coming down into his pit box. Bill Porter in the 17. We talked to him earlier. Oh, we got a caution!
Oh, that is so unfortunate here for Underwood.
John Darnell in the number 99. Wow.
That changes everything.
It really does.
Wow, right in the middle of a pit sequence, we had multiple guys there on pit road with Bill Porter as well as Nathan Lyon. We'll have to see where all this cycles out. There's a lot going on here. A lot we're going to have to unpack.
Absolutely. Real quick, though, let's go look at this yellow flag and see what happened to the 99 of John Darnell. Oh, you can see it right here. These guys are already battling it out here. The 25 pretty much already sideways off of turn 2. Let's see what happens here. Oh, the 25 got huge damage. Look at the 4 car, Farrell. Looks like he just narrowly missed the inside wall. We're going to go back and look, see what happened to Farrell here. In fact, let's go on board with him and see what he saw. Woo!
Top shelf to bottom shelf. There he goes. Unbelievable move to avoid all contact there for Farrell. What a move.
What a move for sure. Let's go back to Brian Underwood now coming down pit road. Here's the 6 car, Bryant Lucas, also Danny White. These guys are all coming down pit road. Matthew Wood all the way back in P13. He's going to, yeah, he is a lap down. He's going to have to get his lap back.
Yeah, you're right. I was mistaken there. I thought that was a bad news there for the 77, but now that knowing that the 16 was still lapped down when that caution came out, this is great news for the 77. Great news for anybody that hadn't made a pit stop yet. This is going to put them in prime opportunity to be in the front of the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Brian, or everybody who stayed out, really got that prayer answered. God came down and made that caution happen. Brian Underwood sticking to the strategy there. What a call. Let's bring down Brian Underwood and talk to him about it. Brian Underwood, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I have you.
Brian, what a call to stay out for that long. You get that caution now. You're out front with fresh tires. And Matthew Wood, the previous leader of the race, is all the way outside the top 10 and basically pitting a whole bunch of people a lap down. How do you feel about that? What an amazing run there.
Yeah, I was definitely lucky. I mean, I was pitting the next lap, so when I seen that flag come out, I was like, hell yeah, because, you know, Wood's definitely going to be there at the end. I've been saving my tires throughout the race, so I've been just patiently getting there. And just hopefully we get a long green flag run here, and the strategy will pay out perfectly.
So I got a question. How important is clean air right now?
At first I thought it was pretty important. I think the lead truck, obviously, it helps them a lot. But when you get in the pack, it doesn't really matter. It's just about who has the better right front than the other and who can drive off better.
All right, so, you know, we're going to be seeing a lot of great side-by-side passing action up here for the front, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll probably get past because I don't push my tires hard the first 10 laps.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like the one run, I went all the way back to like 15th, but you'll see me as the run goes on. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, you know what, Brian, congratulations on your lucky caution. But first off, look, we hope you have a great rest of the race. We hope to see you at the end of the race, get a little bit of an interview with that, and good luck in the future laps.
All right, thank you.
Brian Underwood, your leader at the moment. Real quick, let's go back to our comments. Racing Lights Productions, let's go Dallas Seward. Get yourself back to the top 10. Hemigod would learn this track pretty quick. Absolutely he did. Look, this is like career-defining performance right now for him. Doing a great job. Sienna Taylor, come on, Gaston, get back out there. I think he's doing a great job. We'll just give him a little bit more laps. Got a little bit of damage there, but nonetheless, he's doing a great job. I'm with you. Dallas Seward, knee is locking up. Sorry, guys. Looks like, though, he's still in the lead lap, doing a great job. And then Racing Lights Production, in response to Dallas, says no. But look at this, Jay. Lights are off on the pace truck. We're going green flag racing this time by Brian Underwood, going to be leading this field to green. And all the action that ensues with it. Dallas Seward, lots of race left. Absolutely there is. We're just over halfway right now. Lots of time to get something done. Truck is off of the racing surface. The 77 truck of Brian Underwood coming through the restart zone, and the green flag is out in the air. He gets a phenomenal jump over the 29 and the 69. Stage and Kreider now are trying to battle it out, but Stage thinks better of it. Now he's up into P2. He's going to get back to the rear bumper of the 77 now through turns 1 and 2. It looks like he's going to try to make a pass coming down the back straightaway, and it might happen. To the inside, the 29 goes down the back straightaway.
Yes, we got a side-by-side battle here into turn 3. It looks like Stange is going to take the lead over Underwood. And now here comes Jordan Kreider trying to get into the mix. Stange to the lead. Underwood P2. Here comes Jordan Kreider and the 27 of Brookover. And then don't look too far back. There's Gaston. He's up here in a top 5 position. They really used that caution to his advantage here going into turn 1. Stange continues to lead.
A great run so far by the 72. We're going to be able to see if he can cap it off with 2 wins in a row here pretty soon. We're just over halfway. The 27 and the 72 battling out a little bit. Here comes Gaston to the inside of the 27. He's going to try to make something happen here. He's side by side now. He completes the pass. What a run by the 72 to get that position to himself. P4 that Gaston is up to now.
Yeah, as we got some great action. It looks like your top 5 have single filed out here. Gaston up to P4, but here comes Farrell Robbins. He's looking to the inside of Danny White. That's for P6, as they're going to go side by side here off of turn 2. Farrell to the inside. Can he make it happen? He get a little bit of a shove here, maybe by Williams into turn 3, as Danny White is going to go to the bottom. Farrell to the outside. Oh, Williams is in the wall. Williams in the wall into turn 3. He's going to lose multiple positions here.
Now coming off of turn 4, the 79 and the 4, still battling it out. Farrell Robbins, part of that Dash for Catch series. He's going to try to get as much positions as he can to try to get ahead of everybody. Now going into turn 1, he's going to try to make that pass on the outside. The Ford truck doing everything he can at the moment. Gaston now up to P3. The 72 is on rails.
Wow, Gaston is flying, moving through the field. He goes by Kreider. Now he's got his eyes set on Underwood. He's going to go to the outside, maybe middle lane, try and find a little bit of run here off of turn 4. He's going to take it to the inside of Underwood. Gaston looking for P2. This guy is flying right now, trying to get to the front of this field. As he's side by side here into turn 1, Gaston to the inside, Underwood to the outside. Gaston's going to clear him. Move Gaston up to P2. And look at Farrell Robbins. He's to the inside of Kreider now. He's looking to move up into a better position inside the top 5.
Farrell Robbins doing everything he can now to keep that Ford truck relevant, up to P5 at the moment as he sees the battle continue on in front of him. That's Brian Underwood and Jordan Kreider now going at it. Coming off of turn 4, the 69 is going to try to get something done here on the outside. The 77 is trying to block him now. Yes, he does. Going into turn 1 now, the battle heats up for P3 at the moment. But back here, we got some side-by-side racing between these guys. And here comes Farrell Robbins. He's on the outside. He's going to try to get past the 69 coming down the back straightaway.
Yes, he is flying right now. He said he was going to be patient, be calm, and see how it plays out. And here he is now. He's finding his momentum, finding his speed as he's going for P4 over Jordan Kreider. He's going to maybe clear him here off the front stretch. Kreider's going to stay to the inside. Oh, as Farrell's going to maybe take it to the inside now. Wow, he's up to P4. As now the rest of the field's kind of single filing out. As you got Darnell here in P6. Maybe he'll try to attack Kreider now for P5.
Oh, we got Matthew Wood in the back. Look at that. He's all over the place trying to make passes left and right. He's going to try to go to the outside of the 6. That's Bryant Lucas. Almost 3 wide there with the 74. The 16 on the outside of the 6. He's going to try to get a run now coming down the front straightaway and past that number 6 truck. Coming across the start finish line and into turn 1 they go. The 6 truck holding on to P10 at the moment. This is for 10th place right now. Matthew Wood on the outside of the 6 car. And not making it happen this time by Farrell Robbins. Looks like he's going to try to make the pass on the 77 now going into turn 3. Who's that? That's John Darnell in the wall. The 13's in the wall again as well. Coming through 3 and 4. Oh, we're making contact. The 79's now in the wall. We're 3 wide off of turn 4 and we're still sideways. Everybody saves it.
How did Danny White just save that truck? He was dead sideways there for a second. Unbelievable. He's going to lose a lot of positions, but who this benefits is Wood. Up in that 16 truck. He's all the way up to P8 now, as he was able to navigate through all this action up here. Oh, that's Farrell Robbins sideways. He's looking at the apron. Unbelievable, as now Underwood's going to get back, or stay ahead of him up here in a P3, and then you're going to have Farrell Robbins P4, and then Kreider P5 is now this action is just heating up as we're getting towards the end of this race, as now Kreider's looking to the outside of Farrell now.
Going into turn 1, the 69's trying to make something happen on the 4 now, and through turns 1 and 2, the 4 goes to the bottom, the 69 also to the bottom. Not going to make a lot happen here. Maybe a little bit of a run that the 69 can get. Now coming down the back straightaway, it's not going to happen, as now the gap has increased between Robbins and Underwood. The 4 car is going to have to work a little bit harder to get back back to the rear bumper of that 77. But real quick, let's go up front here. That's 29 of Chris Stange getting himself a good half-second gap between himself and Jonathan Gaston in the number 72. The 77 of Brian Underwood now, he said he had a long-run car. Maybe it's time to turn it up on that 77 truck and get back to the front. Farrell Robbins now, he is in P4 with Jordan Kreider shortly behind him in P5.
Yeah, as it's stringing out just a little bit as this run continues on, you see everybody using different lines. You got the 27 way up against the wall, right in the lip. You got the 13 of Williams trying to get back in the mix. We've seen him in the wall a couple of times here tonight, digging hard. And here it is, Wood, who's trying to complete the trifecta tonight, the pole, the stage, and the race victory as he's running here in P8, trying to recover from that caution that really set him back. As now Underwood is up to P2. He's gotten by Gaston here off a turn. Oh, is that the 27 of Brookover? Nearly makes wall contact there behind the 69 of Kreider. Action here in the top 5 is now Woods looking to the outside of Williams there for P7.
For P7 at the moment, the 16 still is lagging a little bit behind the 13. The 13 we know, though, he does have a little bit of outside damage. But Brian Underwood turning it up at the moment. He is the fastest truck on track by 2/10. The 77 car just turning it up at the moment. Jonathan Gaston now, he's lost a little bit of steam here. We got a side-by-side battle back here between the 69 and the 27. Now going into turn 3, the 69 is going to dive it real all deep in there. Not going to make it happen, though. That 27 on the outside is making it work. Up to the wall he goes, and he gets that run coming down the front straightaway. Across the line right now, Chris Stange, still the leader of this race.
Yeah, as the action continues on, you see a little bit of side-by-side action here for P7. Woods back in the mix here on the outside of Williams. Can he make this pass here off of turn 2? He's going to clear him here off of turn 2. Move Wood back up to P7. His fight back to the front of this field is on as he now has got his eyes set on Kreider there in P6. Can he get there? As now looks like Brookover's moved up to the top 5. He's gone by Kreider. Oh, they're going to go side-by-side here off of turn 4. Brookover to the outside, Kreider to the bottom. This is some great action here outside the top 5, trying to run down your race leader. It looks like Brookover's into the wall. That's going to allow Williams to close that gap here into turn 1.
This is going to be some great action here, ladies and gentlemen. The 16 has caught these pair of trucks now. He's going to pass the 69 of Jordan Kreider. Matthew Wood slowly and methodically making his way back up to the front as he gets right behind the 27 through 3 and 4. And off of turn 4 now, he might get a little bit of a run here behind the 27 to try and make something happen. The 16 now looking to the inside of the 27. No, not this time, but going into turn 1. Let's see what he does here. He does hold the outside lane. It's not what he wanted to get back up to the rear bumper of the 27, but maybe just in time the 16 could get back up to the 27. But right now, Farrell Robbins getting a lot of pressure by the 27 as the 72 continues to hold on to P3, 2 seconds behind the leader, and we got a caution. No, we don't. I'm sorry. We don't have a caution. I thought we did.
We have 49 laps to go. We actually have a new lead change. I just saw up on the leaderboard, Underwood has gotten by Stange. Move him up to the lead. Now, can he do a good job at controlling this race? As now Stange is behind him now by 4/10. Oh, we have wall contact back there. The 16 was in the wall. Oh my goodness, it might have been the 27. That was tight there off of turn 2. I saw that at the top of the screen there. As now you see the 16 of Wood. He's trying to get by the 27 of Brookover. Can he do it? He's going to follow him here off of turn 4. Maybe look to the bottom. No, he's going to be a little defensive as the 27 of Brookover. As we cross the line, Wood is still trying to get back to the front of this field. The fight to the front is on.
Absolutely. Look, one thing you got to keep in the back of your head here, these guys are probably going to have to make one more pit stop to make it to the end. So a lot more action to hold up. Oh, we got the 74 in the back right there. Jaden Porter making a lot of wall contact. Here comes the 19 to the inside of him, trying to make that pass. But back up to the front here, the 27 and the 4 continuing to battle it out for P2 as the 4 car now relinquishes that P4 position to Brookover and to the 16 of Wood, it looks like. Now into turn 1, the 16 does clear the 4, and he's still all over the rear bumper of that 27. Off of turn 2 now, a little bit of a run that the 16 might get coming down the back straightaway to try and make that pass on the 27 as they both continue to hunt down the 72 of Gaston.
Oh, as Matthew Wood sends it in here, he's going to take it to the bottom. He's going to pull a slide job move here. What a move by the 16. Oh, he gets a little tight, maybe a little wall contact there. Wow, what a drive here by the 16. Driving through the field up to P4. Unbelievable car and rocket ship he has, and a mastery of this track as he is continuing his charge to the front. He sees Gaston now in front of him. Set his sights on him.
Oh, he's in the wall!
He's in the wall! He's in the wall off of turn 2. Unbelievable! Unbelievable by the 16 of Matthew Wood.
Unbelievable for sure. He was having a great run, a lot of wall contact there off of turn 2. That's definitely not what he wanted, but maybe can still hunt down the 72 as he made a little bit more wall contact there off of turn 4. The 16, though, coming into turn 1 with a little bit, just under a second gap between himself and Gaston now in P3 off of turn 2 now. Oh, more contact by the 16. It might be falling apart, Jay.
Oh my goodness, he is digging. He is not slowing down much. He's got a lot of right rear damage there off the wall contact here off of turn 2 and 4 several times by, but he's still flying, still holding that P4 position. Can he recover? Can he get back to the front of this field as you see a whole line of cars behind him? And let's see where this battle continues on here as he continues to just dig with that 16 truck. As now Farrell Robbins coming under attack here from Grayson Lucas in the 6 car.
Oh, lots of contact by the 27. Wow, everybody's now getting into the wall. These tires must be going away like no other at the moment. Farrell Robbins coming under attack by the 6 car, coming underneath him now off of turn 4. We're side by side for P6. These guys continuing to duke it out as everybody now just continues to hound the wall. Coming into turn 1 now, that 6 car looking like he's got a pretty good advantage over the 4 car, and he's going to take it real deep here now, going through turn 1 and 2. The 6 car looking like he's going to clear the 4 car. Coming off of turn 2, he does. The 4 car might have a little bit of a run now. No, he doesn't. Going into turn 3, the 6 car secures P6.
Wow, that was real tight there off of turn 2. Farrell Robbins was looking to go to the inside, wasn't able to make it happen, but Brian Lucas up to P6 now, as now Farrell's back down to P7. Williams is in the mix here. Kenny, he's in the mix here in the 30 truck. We haven't seen him all day, and here he is in the top 10. Late in this race, battling for an opportunity for a win. As now you're going to see Williams to the inside of Farrell Robbins. They're going to go side by side here off of turn 2. Oh, and now we see Wood go by Gaston. His car is still flying, even with the damage and the wall contact he's had over the last few laps. Can he get to the 29 of Stange and the 77 of Underwood with the laps winding down here at Kansas?
Crazy what the 16 truck has been able to do tonight, finding himself back up into P3. Incredible. I really do believe, Jay, that we're going to be seeing another pit stop, and that is only to the benefit of the 16 truck as he continues to hunt down the front guys. He's got a little bit, just over a second and a half between himself and P2 of Chris Stange coming off of turn 4 now. And Brian Underwood still leading this race almost 2.5 seconds in front of second place, crossing the start-finish line now. We got a good battle here between Farrell Robbins and the 27, the 13, the 69, all going into turn 1 now.
Yeah, as this battle continues, now you got to see Williams to the outside of Farrell Robbins, and he might be able to carry this momentum to the outside as Farrell is losing some time on the bottom. Oh, it's a 27 Brookover's in the wall. Williams is going to go to the inside. Here comes Kreider. Where does he take the run? He's going to stay to the outside. Brookover making some wall contact, losing some valuable time here, but now look at the 30 of Kenny. Look at the outside of Kreider. This is going to get tight here off of turn 4. Oh, they make it happen. Unbelievable, as now Kreider is going to have Kenny to the outside of him, crossing the line.
Wow, what an incredible battle we are having right now. Going into turn 1, we're still side by side with the 30 and the 69. These guys are just putting on the pressure between these guys. And Nathan Williams holding on strong now to P6. These guys continuing to battle it out for the P6 position at the moment. Jason Kinney, though, look at this move he's making to the inside of the 27. Off of turn 4, he's going to try to take over that P7 position, and he's going to do it. The 27 relents that position, but here comes the 69 of Kreider. Down into turn 1 now. The 69 dives it real deep into turn 1. The 30 car holding strong on the outside. He's going to get that run coming down the back straightaway, or he tries to. He gets really tight off of turn 2. The 69 now has an opportunity to complete this pass into turn 3.
Absolutely insane racing here in Kansas. Now Kreider's gonna try to get back around the 30 of Jason Kinney. Can he do it? Kenny's still on the outside, making some moves up to P7. He's gonna be able to maintain P7 here over Kreider as they see Williams right there in front of him trying to track him down. This is unbelievable racing here outside the top 5. It's absolutely insane. You can't ask for better action than this. The best iRacers in the business here duking it out at Kansas.
Right now, we got a lot of people on pit road at the moment. You can see at the top of your screen. So pit stops are happening. They are happening right now to go to the end of the race. We're looking at just under 35 laps to go. With these guys out front, though, is Brian Underwood. And he is holding strong onto that lead off of turn 2 now. He's got an almost 3-second lead over second place. That's Chris Stage. Matthew Wood trying to decrease that gap he's got between P3 and P2. Currently, still pretty close to the fastest truck on track. Right now, that goes to Bryant Lucas, though, as he passes Jonathan Gaston for P4. Jonathan Gaston relenting that position back down to P5. He is still +8 from the start of this race, doing a great job with that. And everybody seems to be going single file now as Bryant Lucas holds on to that P4 position.
Yeah, as we have new faces making their way to the front of this field, we have got Lucas up here in the 6 truck. Oh, his Williams might have got sideways there off of turn 2. It might have got some wall contact. Kenny's going to take it to the bottom, maybe be able to make that move for P6. Oh, he gets real tight there in the middle of 3 and 4. That's going to hurt his momentum here off of 4. That's going to allow Jordan Kreider to get right up to the bumper of that truck. Maybe be able to make a move here in a turn 1 as these guys are under a blanket here. That's 6th through 8th right there, duking it out here at Kansas in a turn 1. Oh, Kenny drives it in extremely deep, gets super tight, nearly makes wall contact. Unbelievable drive there by the 30.
Unbelievable so far for sure. Try to make something happen there. Did not play in his favor. The 13 car now just a little bit further out in front of him. He's got to get that car back to in front. Or excuse me, he's got to get back to the rear bumper of that car. Again, Chris Stage on pit road.
Yeah, the beginning of the final pit stop sequence has begun. Stage comes in from P2. That's going to move Wood up to P2, and Underwood's still your leader. When do they make their pit stops? Is now Wood. Oh, back in the wall again! This guy is the Iron Man. He is digging and fighting for everything it's worth, trying to get up to the bumper of that 77, pushing for this final stint.
Wow, that's crazy, but look at this, Jay. 4 3/4 seconds in front of him. Oh, he pits! Brian Underwood is in the pits, too! That's your leader. That's
Lucas.
P1 and 2 right now coming down pit road. Lucas, everybody's coming down pit road. Jonathan Gaston inheriting the lead at the moment. That's Farrell Robbins and Jordan Kreider in P2 and P3. That 25 car, he's already made his pit stop. He's trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. 25 car, William Connolly trying to get back up to the front here. Nathan Brookover in P4, Danny White in P5. And these guys... Jonathan Gaston not making a pit stop this time but it's gonna happen. It's gonna be close. Farrell Robbins down pit road. Nathan Brookover down pit road. Look at that. The 27 just outbreaking the 4 like crazy.
Yeah, the gamesmanship is being played. You see guys on all different strategies. We've seen undercuts. We've seen people follow each other down pit lane. Now we got a little bit of overcut action here with White and Kreider and Gaston all staying on the track, as now we see Gaston continue to lead. Multiple guys laps down as it looks like Connolly has leaped Underwood here through this pit sequence. Connolly is your relative leader on the track. This is unbelievable.
Wow, unbelievable. Jonathan Gaston coming down pit road. Danny White coming down pit road. Jordan Kreider, in the 69. He is the current leader of this race. Maybe he missed the pit stop there because he is really slow. Almost acting like he's kind of out of gas there. John B. He's in P2 at the moment and not making his pit stop just yet. William Connolly, though, he is coming off of turn 4 now and inheriting that lead.
Yeah, as this race is heating up, we got 30 laps to go, this time at the line, and Woods back to P4. Connolly's going to be your relative leader. Underwood's relative P2. Stange is relative P3. Wood relative P4. As they continue to battle out, the only guys that haven't pitted is Kreider and... Oh, and now Brian Chiash He's gonna make a pit stop, the 62 truck.
Here comes the 69 down pit road. Jordan Kreider. He is now making his pit stop. He is about to go one lap down from not one lap down, loses lead from the 25. William Connolly getting passed by the 77. Here comes Chris Stange now. He's all over the rear bumper of the 25, trying to get something done here. Here he comes to the inside of the 25. He's going to take over that P2 position. Brian Underwood already increasing that gap like no other to P2. He's looking like the clear favorite to win tonight.
Yeah, he is looking very fast, but Stage, and then if you look back, Woods actually closed this gap down under a second. He is on a mission. The Iron Man, Matthew Wood, is digging right here, P3. He's trying to gain all this ground back up to Stage. He's looking for P2. This is unbelievable action and setting up for one of these fantastic finishes here in the PSCRL Truck Series.
To the inside, the 16 goes on the 29 into turn 3. The 16's going to drive it real deep here to try and clear the 29. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. Off of turn 4, they come. They can already see the leader right in front of them. The 16's trying to capitalize on passing the 29. He's got the nose on him now going into turn 1. The 16, he's going to go deep and all the way down to the bottom. The 29 relinquishes that P2 position to him. Now coming off of turn 2, the 16 might have a run for the 77.
Yes, now Wood is up to P2. He can see the leader in his sights, and that is Underwood. Oh, Stage is going to drive up to the bumper of the 16. This is your top 3, everybody at home. This is 26 laps to go this time at the line. This is your top 3. Battle for the win. Underwood, Wood, and Stage. This is incredible racing here at Kansas, as now Wood is going to close that gap to Underwood. Underwood's going to go up to the top. Now he's going to go to the bottom. Wood is digging. Stage is going to stay right with him on the tailpiece of the 16. This battle down the backstretch. 26 laps to go here at Kansas.
Last time by Matthew Wood, 31.6. Brian Underwood, 31.65. Chris Stange, 31.7. These guys are all under a blanket, not only on track, but with lap times as well. Everybody is just doing their best to try and hold on to where they are right now, trying to maximize their positions. Underwood holding very strong as the leader of this race. The 16 now elects to go to the high lane as the 29 tries to go underneath him. It might work. No, it's not. The 16 getting a run down the back straightaway, trying to get back to the 77. He's grabbing that run that he needs to get to the rear bumper of the 77. Now through 3 and 4, he's going to the high side once again. The 77 going to the bottom. Look at the run that the 16's got. We're going to be watching a battle for the lead coming across the start-finish line now.
Side-by-side action for the lead into turn 1. Wood on the inside, Underwood on the outside. The Iron Man, Matthew Wood, has driven through the field to the lead. Gets by Underwood. This is unbelievable. Underwood's going to get a little bit of a run here off of 2. He's going to give Wood a little bit of a shove here into turn 3. He's going to take it to the bottom. We're going to go side-by-side here through 3 and 4. Wood on the outside, Underwood on the inside. What a battle for the lead here off of turn 4.
Absolutely incredible what the 16 has been able to do tonight. Pole, stage win, goes all the way back to the pack, and now drives all the way back to the front. He is leading this race with 23 laps to go. He's chasing that award and money in his pocket tonight. Unbelievable what the 16 has been able to do as he continues to lead this race and increase the gap to the 77. Incredible. You won't see this anywhere else.
Unbelievable racing. Now, what does Underwood have left in his truck? Is he saving some tires for one of these late race charges back at the 16 of Wood? Stange, he's lurking in the distance there, trying to find maybe a little bit more pace in that 29 truck to challenge these guys, as now they're both migrating to the top. That is Wood and Underwood. Oh, as Wood might have grabbed some wall there off of 2. That was super tight. 77 of Underwood might have grabbed some wall as well. They're going to go nose to tail here to the outside. They've migrated to the top of the track, trying to find some grip as Underwood is putting the heat on Matthew Wood now. The battle for the lead is ramping up as we are closing down to 20 laps to go here at Kansas.
Going into turn 1 now, the battle for P1 is still heating up. These guys are just crazy what they're being able to do with these cars and the tires that they have underneath them. The 16 still holding strong in P1. Nobody else is really close to them except for these 3 cars. Jordan Hand 6 seconds back from Chris Stange. Incredible what these top 3 cars are able to do right now. The 16 still blocking the 77 at the moment, as the 77 seems to have flipped the switch here. He's back to the rear bumper of the 16 now through turns 1 and 2. The 77 just trying to challenge, make the 16 make a mistake now, coming down the back straightaway. The 16 still out in front of the 77.
Yeah, these two are putting on an absolute display up here at the front of the field. Underwood trying to force Matthew Wood into a mistake here, as now they're going to continue nose to tail off the top of 4. As you see the 29, he's actually reeling these boys in a little bit. Slowly but surely, this 29, using the inside line, is finding some speed. Can he get there? Can he challenge for this win, as these two guys are playing a little cat and mouse here on the outside line? 19 laps to go here off of turn 2, as Underwood is still trying to find some pace to get by Matthew Wood. This is unbelievable as he takes it to the bottom here into turn 3. A little bit of side-by-side action here off of turn 4.
Now coming off of turn 4, we are side by side. The 77's got a lot of speed now coming across the start-finish line. It almost looks like the 77 did lead that lap. That was very close. And now the 77's going to challenge the 16 for the lead. The 16 on the outside, the 77 on the inside. These guys just continue to duke it out. It's insane what these guys are doing. On the outside, the 16 does take control of the race as the 77 loses a little bit of time to Wood. And now coming through 3 and 4, the 16 is doing a great job to hold out in front of Underwood. And crossing the start-finish line now, it's going to look like it's 17 laps to go for these two guys.
Yeah, as these two guys continue to battle on, it looks like they're putting a little bit of a gap between themselves and P3 of stage. So it looks like it's going to be a mono battle for the win here between Matthew Wood and Brian Underwood. This is incredible, as now Brian Underwood gave him a look a couple laps ago, trying to see where he can find some pace and make that move into the bottom of the turn. Now he's going to go back to the outside and continue to follow the line that Matthew Wood is running. Maybe set something up here, cool his tires down a little bit, and have something here for the end of the race. We got 16 laps to go here at Kansas. Matthew Wood continues to lead over Underwood, the best 2 trucks we've seen all night long, battling for the win here at Kansas.
Now coming off of turn 2, the 16, or excuse me, the 77 might have a little bit of a run on the 16 now. Coming into turn 3, he's all over his rear bumper. Is he going to try to make it happen? No, he doesn't. He's going to follow the 16 through 3 and 4, as now they're working on lap traffic. That is P19, car number 18. And they're going to look like, here comes Underwood to the bottom side of Wood now. Into turn 1 now, they're side by side with a lap car. The 16 trying to do his best to roll that outside lane. It might not work for him here. This might be what the 77 wanted off of turn 2 now. No, the 77 does not have enough for the 16. Going into turn 3 now, it's still Underwood.
Oh no, Matthew Wood into the wall. Here comes Underwood. He's going to make the move. Unbelievable. A big collision there for the 16 truck. That's what the 77 of Underwood was trying to do, was force Matthew Wood into a mistake. And now Brian Underwood to the lead with 14 to go. This is unbelievable. Can Matthew Wood put together another run to charge back at the 77 here late in this race? We got 14 laps to go as we barrel down the backstretch, as Brian Underwood has taken the lead and starting to leg Matthew Wood here in P2.
Crazy what we just witnessed. The 16 made a little bit of a slip up, and now you can see the gap between these two cars. The 16 behind the 77. Underwood, nice, calm, cool, and collected. He is ready to go and battle this out for the win of the race. We're looking at 13 laps to go between the 77 and 16. Look how quick the 16 already caught the 77. The 16 continues to be on rails tonight. Coming down the back straightaway now. The biggest issue he has in front of him is trying to pass the 77, as now the outside lane looks like it is dominant. Going back to the bottom might not be the option. You might have to force the 77 into a mistake. Coming across the start-finish line now, it's 12 to go. The 77 out front.
Rolls are reversed, and now here comes Wood. He sends it in. Can he pull the slider on Underwood? Oh, he backs it up in front of him. Crossover move by Underwood. Gonna drag race down the back. This is absolutely insane. 12 laps to go here at Kansas. Underwood maintains the lead. Wood tried to do everything he could. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be a little bit of a battle here. A little bit of cat and mouse, as now they're gonna trade positions back. Now can Wood put the pressure to Underwood? He's gonna follow him here. 11 laps to go here at Kansas.
Going into turn 1 now, the 16 looks racy. He might be looking to the inside of the 77. Now coming off at turn 2 down the back straightaway, the 16 might have a little bit of a run. He doesn't make contact with the wall. That's a good thing now as the 16 continues to power on in P2. He's got to make something happen. 11 laps to go at the line. It'll be 10 laps to go for these guys to finish off this race at Kansas. Off at turn 4, the 16 not looking like he's got much of a battle for the 77 at the moment. Underwood leading this race with Wood behind him. He's going to look to the inside once again going into turn 1, and it's not going to happen. The 16 still sticking to his rear bumper.
Dega boys 10 to go here at Kansas as Underwood continues to lead. Matthew Wood has been trying to work him over, trying to find a little pace. As you can tell, the tires on these trucks are wearing out. These guys are pushing them to the absolute limits here at Kansas. We're going to get 9 to go this time at the line. Underwood's going to take it down to the apron. The Wood's going to follow him down there. Maybe he's going to be able to send it in here into turn 1. He does. He's to the inside of Underwood. Can he make it happen? The slide job move did not work this time as he's going to lose a little bit of momentum here off of turn 2. Underwood's going to leg him down the back. How much opportunities does Matthew Wood have left in this truck and in his driving talent to be able to get past the 77 here? Late in this race, we're coming this time for 8 laps to go here at Kansas.
Coming across the start-finish line, that's the 77th truck still leading this race as the 16 tries to find a way around the 77. It might not happen. That dirty air is absolutely one to be reckoned with as the 16 continues to hold strong behind the 77. And I think Racing Lights Production put it best. Only way to pass is to send it deep, and the tires don't have it. We are now looking at 8 laps to go. The 16 has to pressure the 77 into a mistake, and if he wants a chance to win this race. Ultimately, the mistake the 16 made is put the 77 out front. As these guys are just so close in performance, it's really hard for the 16 to get around the 77. But into turn 1 now, we're going to be looking at the 16. Oh, he might have a little bit of a run here for the 77 coming down the back straightaway. No, it disappears. The 77 still out front.
Wow, as we're going down the back, we got a little bit of a lap traffic here. The 74 Chucka Porter. He's might be an opportunity here for the 16 to make a move on the 77. If they catch the lap traffic just right. As the 16 of Matthew Wood is absolutely digging right now. Trying to find any bit of speed he can. Here we come to the back of bumper of the 74 Porter. As we got a little bit of action here into turn 1 is now Wood is going to try and challenge the 77 of Underwood.
Yellow flag!
To the inside. Oh, we got a yellow. Unbelievable.
Wow, we were shaping up to have a great finish, all to come down to a caution, and it's going to change everything here. Wow, Brian Underwood looking like he almost had it there. But Jay, let's go back and look at this crash. John Darnell in the 99 getting into a little bit of trouble here. Let's see what happened. Oh, maybe a little bit of car issues there. Wow. Caution comes out for a little bit of issues there with the 99. John Darnell bringing out that caution. Wow.
Yeah, that changes everything. Now we're going to be going into a little bit of this PSCRL overdrive finish here at Kansas. Wow, unbelievable. The drive that these trucks have had, and now we're going to come in with the tires on these things. Doesn't really take a stand to stay out here. It's going to be interesting here in this sequence.
Yep. Absolutely is the 77 now coming down pit road. Look, Jay, you can absolutely win or lose this race on pit road right now. Brian Underwood under a lot of pressure. Matthew Wood under a lot of pressure. Everybody in the top 10 under a lot of pressure coming down pit road. Let's see what happens. Looks like 2 tires right now for Wood. Let's see if he takes the 4. He does. Oh, we got lots of people. We got Brian Lucas taking 2 tires.
Oh, that's a game changer.
Brian Lucas taking 2 tires and jumping Brian Underwood, Matthew Wood, Chris Dange.
And we also got people staying out. It looks like Nathan Lyon and Danny White are out on the racetrack. They have not made a pit stop. We got 3 different strategies up here. 2 tires, 4 tires, and no tires.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow, wow, wow. Let's go around here one more time. Let's see if the 38 of Line does pit. If not, let's bring him to the booth, because what a call for him. And it does look like he's staying out. All right, let's bring up Nathan Line here. Nathan, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Nathan, no tires on this green-white checkered finish. Wow. What are you feeling right now? Is this a move that you're really confident in?
I just didn't have any tires left, and good on fuel, so.
All right. Well, full send it, my guy. I am you're in this situation now where you have no tires. I assume that's what happened with Danny White too. But what is your plan with this restart? Are you hoping that that you can hold off these guys behind you?
We're gonna do our best, but we'll try to get the best finish we can.
Absolutely. I won't take much of your time anymore here, but good luck, Nathan, and we hope to see you at the end here.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Oh, I sent him too early. My bad. But anyways, that's Nathan Line running out of tires, putting into this predicament with an overtime finish, not being able to utilize some new tires. This has got to be a pretty crazy situation if you find yourself in like that.
Yeah, when you got all the cards have been played for the day, I mean, what's your last card? And he's sitting on it to see what he can do here with this final play in this race. He's going to be restarting on the inside with the lead. Looks like Danny White will also share that front row with him. But you got those mighty fast cars behind with the 77 of Underwood and the 16 of Wood and the 2-tire stop with Grayson Lucas. We are going to have a short little sprint to the finish. One of these PSCRL overdrive finishes here at Kansas for the race 2 of season 3.
Absolutely. Real quick in the chat, Racing Lights Productions, brace yourself for the free-for-all. 2 is a bold strategy since that was a long fuel run. I tend to agree, but positioning yourself without the dirty air might work with the 6 truck, excuse me. Be prepared for wheel spin or big wreck. People who stayed out. Absolutely. That's definitely going to be one to look for. Hemigod gonna get crazy now. Absolutely it is. We've got 3 different strategies now. The lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to go green flag racing this time by with everybody here in the PSCRL series. Nathan Line going to be leading the field to green. Danny White on the outside of him. And then the first person with tires, Bryant Lucas. With 2 tires there, 77 with 4. And here comes the green flag. It is out in the air in the 38. We're seeing stack-ups across both of the lanes here. Everybody trying to get runs here. The 30 car, Kinsey, he's to the inside all the way on the apron. We're 3 wide going into turn 1. The 30 truck is so squirrely. He gets it straight. Unbelievable. Here comes the 6 truck. The 16. Here comes the 16 to the outside down the back straightaway. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We are seeing right now 3 wide for the lead into turn 3.
My goodness, off of turn 4, it looks like Nathan Ward, the Iron Man himself, is going to take the lead here. Coming to the white flag. Oh, his Kenny's around. Underwood's around. Caution is out. Big crash. Val Robbins. Danny White involved. Unbelievable.
Wow.
I think we're getting another attempt. The caution came out before the white.
It sure looks like it, Jay. Yellow flag out in the air on an overtime finish. Let's go back and look and see what happened here. We're going to take this in slow-mo because there is a lot that happened here. Let's look at the 30 truck from the air here off of turn 4. We'll go and put it in slow-mo. A little bit of contact there by the 38 and the 77. The 30 probably not realizing he was 4 wide off of turn 4. You don't really see that a lot of Kansas, but backing it up into the wall. The 77 grabbing a lot of damage there. Unfortunate for that 77 truck of Brian Underwood after all the successes. A huge hit by Farrell Robbins there across this front stretch. Incredible. Wow, the 79 gets involved with that. Just all over the place. Everybody just having to avoid what was here. Look, we're still... Jonathan Gaston gets involved. Oh, man, the 38 still wrecking up on the top side there. The 27 grabbing a piece of the 72. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable racing. That's unfortunate there for Farrell Robbins. He'd used this quick repair earlier, and now he gets big damage here. Underwood, especially, he was right in the middle of that, was a couple laps from glory here before that caution.
Yeah.
And Gaston, your last week's winner, getting a big bulk of damage here as well.
Absolutely. Well, that's gonna happen. Overtime finishes. You get see people getting desperate for positions. Multiple different tire strategies out there on track, and sometimes some of these guys just get the worst of it. Unfortunately, one we were looking at real close here, Jonathan Gaston in the number 72 truck, grabbing a lot of damage from that. We'll see what he does. Looks like he might not have another quick repair for that 72 truck. Unfortunate. He's just going to have to lip that thing home. We'll see what he can do. Nathan Brookover coming down pit road as well, trying to get some damage fixed. Maybe some tires. He takes his quick repair. Backup car is rolling, ladies and gentlemen. The 27 now ready for battle. A little bit late here, but nonetheless going to have a great chance to try to get that 27 to a good finishing position. Right now, it's Matthew Wood leading this race.
Yeah, we should talk about that restart. I know there was a lot that happened there, but Matthew Wood starting that restart in P5 was able to get to the lead. Daring 3-wide action there by Grayson Lucas there in P2 to stay up in contention here for this win. We're going to re-rack them, re-line them up, and we're going to go back into a PSCRL overdrive finish attempt number 2 here at Kansas.
Absolutely. Let's bring down the 16 and talk to him real quick. Matthew, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. How you doing?
Nervous. I'm shaky right now.
How about that restart? How about that restart?
I went low. I told Grayson, I said, I'm going to go low. I'm going to be aggressive. And I was like, well, I'll go low. I found the gap to go high, and I went high. I just got people behind me now with fresh tires, and I'm going to try my best here, but we'll see how it goes.
All right. Is there any other differentiating strategy that you got going forward here with the final few laps of this race?
Push all out. I mean, there's going to be a lot explained if I make it up to the booth if I don't die, but I'm just shaking right now. This is fun.
All right. Well, good luck, Matt. We hope to see you at the end of this race, and good luck. You're racing for some money right now.
I hope.
All right. That was Matthew. He's got a lot on his shoulders right now, trying to be the first driver to do the pole, stage, and race win this season.
There was a little bit of contact there. I don't know if you caught that, Tom, off of turn 2. The 6 and the 16 made a little bit of contact. We'll see if that has anything to play here. But looks like the lights are out. We're going to get this thing going. Finish this off right here at Kansas.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to go green flag racing, possibly for the last time tonight. The 16 truck leading the field to green. Bryant Lucas on the outside in that 2-tire strategy. Jordan Hand, Chris Stange makes up your next row. Nathan Williams, Brian Underwood makes up your next row. Into the restart zone we go. The 16 truck gets a great jump over the third car. P3 excuse me, as the 6 car on the outside is trying to catch back up to the 16. Chris Stange to the inside of the 6 car as he's trying to pick up to P2. Looks like the 6 car and that 2-tire strategy is not really working out for him at the moment, as the 3 car of Jordan Hand, he's looking to the inside right now. The 3 car to the inside of the 29, he gets a bumper business all the way through turns 3 and 4. The 29 holds strong off of turn 4 now, and it's the 16 leading the field to White.
White flag is in the air one more time around Kansas. Your leader, Matthew Wood, he has not seen this track or touched this track before today. Wins the pole, wins stage 1. He's got a half a lap to do it. Chris Stange is making a charge late. He's going to follow in the draft of Wood. Can he make it happen down the backstretch? He's going to send it in the bottom. So does Wood. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Matthew Wood's going to get a great run here off of turn 4. It's the Iron Man, Matthew Wood, who takes the win here at Kansas.
Takes the win, takes the award, and the cash. Matthew Wood, unbelievable. What a great run.
What an amazing drive he put on tonight. Really showed that he had this track figured out. Hadn't seen it before. And owns it tonight. What a race there by Matthew Wood. What a drive by every driver out here. What an amazing race we witnessed here tonight.
Unbelievable for sure. Just crazy what we got to witness here tonight. And wow. Just wow. Let's go ahead and start to bring up some of our drivers here for the top 3. First one, Jordan Hand. That is your P3 finisher for tonight. Let's see if we can grab him and bring him down here. Jordan, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Wow, Jordan, what a race that we had tonight. Lots of just craziness happening really towards the end there. And you really capitalizing on the situation, coming out with a P3 finish. A great points run tonight. And, I mean, you should feel satisfied, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that was some fun.
Absolutely. And, you know, I just, there was a lot going on track there for the past 20 laps. I mean, we had a battle for the lead. We had a caution, multiple restarts to try and finish this race. What was going through your head when all of that was happening on track?
Not get wrecked. I mean, I think we were 4 wide going into one at one point. I had the 30 on my inside, and I thought I was dead, to be honest with you. But I just kept my foot in the throttle and prayed I got through it.
Absolutely. Well, look, you did a phenomenal job to keep that 3 car up front and relevant. Congratulations on your P3 finish tonight. Jay, that's all I got for Jordan here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, what an awesome race that you ran. Really a contender all throughout the night, multiple times, just running up there, having a great battle. Put on a wonderful show for everybody watching. Who do you have to thank for this incredible performance tonight and this P3 finish?
For one, I want to thank my wife. She's amazing. She always lets me practice and be able to come in here and race, and she watches the kids, so I got to shout her out. She's the best. And I definitely want to shout out Josh, team owner. He helps everybody out, paint schemes, stuff like that, and he's a good owner. I want to help him out, and he helps everybody out, so it's good to be able to bring a good finish for him. But other than that, hopefully we put on a good show, guys. I mean, I went from the back to the front multiple times, it felt like, and then we had that one horrible caution, and everybody was a lap down, so that was interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, you're plus 16 from your starting position here tonight. What a phenomenal run you had. Congratulations on your P3 finish tonight. And Jordan, we hope to see you in the next one.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
You bet. That was Jordan Hand, your P3 finisher for tonight. Let's go ahead and bring up the 29 of Chris Stange. Chris, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. You got me?
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, what a race we had at the end there. I mean, we had a battle for the lead with 11 laps to go, and then we had a caution, and then we had an overdrive finish here, and then we had another caution, and then another overdrive finish. What was going through your head when all of that was going down?
why do I got to be the unlucky one to start on the outside?
Oh, that's a great point. How bad was the outside with fresh tires?
It wasn't so much that, it's just the advantage on the green. You know, the leader gets to go first, and being on the second row there behind older tires or slower tires, I'm not sure which, but yeah, I mean, I was kind of starting at a handicap on that last green white checkered, and just put it to the floor and got all I could get and got to his bumper. And you know, honestly, he deserved the win. He was hands down the fastest one out there. And I'll take my P2 and be happy about it.
Absolutely. Well, look, I mean, it was just a fantastic race. You in the 29 was really battling for the win of this race all night long, doing a great job keeping that 29 relevant. Congratulations on your P2 finish tonight. Jay, that's all I got for Chris here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, what an awesome battle. I mean, you're right there in podium position all night long, especially towards the end when the race was winding down. Put on a great show for us at home watching this and us broadcasting this race. Who do you have to thank for this amazing performance tonight?
Well, first and foremost, you guys. It's great to have your races broadcast where you can go back and look at them and critique what you did wrong and things like that. And then, of course, the Carrier Motorsports Group, or C1, or whatever we all are now. And then my family that, you know, without them, I wouldn't even be able to have the sim and the internet and all these things it takes to play in this sport. I'm still kind of reeling, letting the adrenaline come down. But yeah, I got to be happy, though. Like I said, this is probably one of my worst tracks on iRacing, and to come out with a P2, I'll take it. We'll move on to next week, try and get the dub. But yeah, thanks to everybody watching.
Absolutely. Thanks for the kind words there, Chris. Thanks for coming out, giving us some great content. Chris, we hope to see you in the next one.
Yes, sir.
All right, that was Chris Stange. That is your P2 finisher for tonight. What a run he had for sure. But why don't we just go ahead and bring down our P1 finisher for tonight? That is Matthew Wood. Matthew Wood. Let's look for him here. Matthew Wood. This is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I told you I'd be here. I told you.
Look at that. Look at that. Wow. What a performance you put on there. A crazy. All night long, you really had the fastest truck. Getting the pole, winning stage 1, getting caught up in that terribly timed caution, going a lap down, getting your lucky dog back, fighting back from P16 all the way back up to P3, getting that caution you needed, putting some fresh tires on it, and then going through those crazy restarts. Holy cow, what a night for you.
I mean, just first of all, just thank you, Lord. That was, I've been to revival all week, and it's just been, my spirits are up. It's been a tough week. I can say that, and that's really lifted me up, and the Lord brought me up this week, and I've never raced this track. Like I said, I didn't know what I was kind of doing. I was able to save more tires than everybody else, just pushing. I knew I was quick and saving tires, and when the poorly timed caution came out, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I screamed, "No, please!" But I went from the back. I came all the way from I think like 21st or something like that. I can't remember, but came all the way up to fight Brian for the lead. Brian told me to end the pit stop. I was 3.8 seconds back going in. Then I got the lead, and then I thought I choked it when I hit the wall. I was so mad, but we were able to make it through that chaos, and just good moves for me. I'm still shaky, dude. I never thought I'd do that.
Wow, unbelievable performance. Look, you get the award for the first driver to win pole, win stage, and win the race. That's $25 in your pocket. Congratulations.
That's awesome. And I got the fastest lap from what I know of too. So that's just the cherry on top of it. I pushed so hard. Now I can go. I'm locked into the playoffs now. I can just go through the rest of the regular season and still win races, of course. But I can take it a little easier now.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, look, I mean, congratulations on your win tonight. That was insane what you were able to do in that 16 truck with only one lap of practice. Congratulations, Jay. That's all I got for Matthew here. What do you got for him?
Man, Matthew, what an incredible night. I mean, this is a fairy tale type race, right? I mean, you did everything you could have possibly done. You put on an absolute show. I mean, wow. Unbelievable race from the back to the front, maintaining the lead. The battle you did there for the win was incredible, and then driving through on that final restart to get the lead. Who do you have to thank for this amazing performance? Anybody that you might have missed?
I mean, like I said, the Lord, number one, but number two, I mean, Jordan was behind me all the way. On that final restart, he was just like, listen, I just want to get a top 3. You go out there. And I thought Chris was going to go up there and get me for a minute. He was flying on that last lap, but no, the team just did a really, really good job. I'm proud of Grayson, too. He was doing great. The whole field just put on a show for you guys, and man, that was awesome. I guess it's a little late birthday present. I just turned 15 a few weeks ago, so youngest guy in the field getting a win, that feels pretty good.
Heck yeah, absolutely. Well, once again, congratulations on your win. You don't have to worry about that anymore. You're locked in the playoffs. You and Jonathan Gaston now are locked in the playoffs. Congratulations, Matthew. And thank you for coming out tonight, giving us some great content. And we hope to see you in the next one.
I hope I'm in the booth. Like I said, I barely made it by about 5 minutes. So
Awesome. We'll see you, Matt.
All right, see you, bro.
All right. Wow, what just crazy race. All race long, we were seeing battles not only for P1, but just all over the racetrack. I mean, this was just an insane race. We saw great battles all race long, and just wow.
Unbelievable. What an absolute amazing race we witnessed today. Matthew Wood puts this thing on the pole. Hadn't touched this track ever. He literally said he watched a little bit of a video on how to qualify, goes out, qualifies, put it on the pole, leads from the beginning of the race, falls back through the traffic a little bit there at the beginning parts of this race, fell back to like 3rd or 4th. Had the resolve and the driving ability and just the maturity to drive back through those guys, win the stage. And then not only does that, goes back and leads in the 2nd stage, catches an absolutely untimely caution. Really affected the way this race kind of played out towards the end. You saw a couple of the guys that rotated to the lead towards the end of this race. They took advantage of staying out a little bit longer, playing the little strategy games, getting off sequence with a lot of those leaders. Matthew Wood got caught on the wrong end of that, lost a lap, had to get the lucky dog, had to drive all the way back through the field to the lead, and then made a little bit of a mistake once he got the lead. Brian Underwood gets by him. I picked him at the top. I had a good feeling about Brian Underwood tonight. He put on an absolute display, comes up just a few laps short with a late race caution from winning this race. What a phenomenal job he did. And then we get into our patented PSCRL overdrive finish. Unbelievable. We had 2 of them tonight. Incredible racing, incredible action, 3 wide action, side-by-side action. We had battles throughout the field, comers and goers all night long. And at the end, the most dominant driver, even Chris Stange said it best. He had the best car. He deserved that win. And he really put on an amazing fairy tale type drive. Unbelievable what he did tonight. He had career-defining moments here by a young race car driver, 15-year-old. Birthday boy getting this win here, as he said, late birthday present. Matthew, the Iron Man Wood, ends up taking the dub here tonight. Unbelievable race.
Absolutely it is. Real quick, we'll take a look at the results here for tonight. Matthew Wood on top in the number 16 truck. Chris Stange, P2 in the number 29. Jordan Hand, P3. Brian Underwood, P4. And Nathan Williams in P5.
Yeah, and in P6, we got Bryant Lucas after that little 2-tire stop there at the end. Jordan Kreider holds on to a P7. John B in the 62 with P8. Jason Kinney really made his resurgence to the front there at the end, coming home P9. And then Jonathan Gaston, last week's winner at Talladega, rounds out your top 10 for tonight. Incredible.
A great run by all of these guys. We're going to be shutting this down now, this fantastic broadcast. Thank you to everybody who came out, commented, liked, subscribed. Holy cow, Jay, has our channel blown up the past week. We're up to 2,100 subscribers. Unbelievable. We could not have done this without you guys. Thank you so much for everything you guys do for us. We really appreciate it. We do everything we can to make this the best broadcast platform, best podcast platform on YouTube, and it all starts with you guys. Thank you so much, especially for everything you guys do for us. We really appreciate it. With that being said, if you'd like to be a member of our channel, you can absolutely go to our channel, hit the join button, become part of the boys. We actually have one of them already, Dallas Seward. Thank you so much for your contribution to the Dega Boys channel. If you want to become part of the channel, you get a bunch of perks. You get great pictures in chat that only subscribers, or excuse me, only members of the channel get. You can utilize that at any time. Plus, if you like, you can be part of our broadcast or even podcast. Dallas Seward does it all the time with us. In fact, I'm going to let Jay take it over because we got some cool stuff happening tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow we are bringing the watch parties back for 2024. We have been watching the Rolex 24 since the beginning early this morning. Can't wait to go check out and see what's been going on since we've been here broadcasting to you awesome people here on YouTube. But we are going to be doing the final 4 or 5 hours of the Rolex 24 here live on YouTube in the morning. So get up early with us, grab some coffee, and maybe grab an extra beer to take the hair off the dog if you're having a good night here tonight on a Saturday, and watch the end of the Rolex 24 with us. Get our live reactions as we wind that race down. And also come check out our podcast on Tuesday. We'll do a full recap of the Rolex 24 for you, as well as previewing the Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum for the NASCAR Cup Series. As NASCAR's back, IMSA's back, life is good, racing's back, baby. We're back in the grind of things. Can't wait for all the great content we got coming for you guys here soon. And make sure to go follow all of our socials. Those links are in the description below. Go help us out. Follow us on X. Go check out our Facebook, our TikTok, and also our Patreon. It means the world to us. And thank you guys so much again for this amazing milestone, 2.17K subs. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Make sure you guys hit the sub button if you haven't already. Can't wait for you guys to join this amazing motorsports community here on YouTube.
Almost as unbelievable as the race that happened tonight. Am I right?
Oh, man. Unbelievable.
All right. Thank you again to everybody. Make sure you guys go check out our great channel partners. Go check out King of Camo and help their channel out. Thank you to everybody who has made this possible. Thank you to PSCRL. Thank you to Stephen Downton and everybody who has helped us in our journey for this crazy journey that we call YouTube. So make sure you guys keep tuned in. I mean, we're doing lots of broadcasts. We got that watch party tomorrow, podcast coming up. We have a phenomenal time here at the Dega Boys, and we can't wait to see you in the chat. Thanks again to everybody who came out, commented, liked, and subscribed. And this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. We'll see you in the next one.